Yeah, well, it'd be pretty hard to like explore the rest of his intestines without him.
Yeah, true. Oh my.
Dude.
He doesn't show up. We just play Spirit Island. Everyone.
Mm-mm. I switched to Edge instead of Firefox for running the game. Purely so my music wouldn't cut out anymore. And because I'm
You know, it only happens when on the GM side. I don't know what it is.
No, it happens to me too. It's Firefox for sure, just like cuts out sometimes. I don't know why on the same songs. Like you and I will have trouble playing the same songs.
Oh, maybe.
But
I was like, I know it happens way more often as the GM for me.
that's fair. I guess a couple of times I've hit play and I've been like, I can't hear anything. And you'll be like, I hear it fine. But every time in your game that a song doesn't play, it also doesn't play for me. Almost.
Well,
it's like
we're so same.
Yeah.
So same.
I just tried calling him, he didn't answer.
Oh.
Well, his like wedding thing was like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Been a minute since then. Mitchell, I went through all of my notes and I did not write down whatever you said that was Isha's goal.
That's not my problem.
Well.
And I'm very sorry you didn't write it down.
Which of Isha's goals? I mean, I guess he wouldn't know how to
We were
tell me
talking.
that.
I know. I don't even know. But he and I were on the phone the other night yapping about this game. And he was like, I stated Isha's goal in like session 1. And I drew a blank and was like, I don't remember. That was a long time ago. So then I reviewed my notes and I still don't remember.
Yeah, I don't trust.
I haven't gone back to the VODs.
I don't trust anyone to remember anything from session 1.
It was just.
That's why it had no important information.
Well, apparently it had Isha's entire motivation.
Yeah,
so
that's fair. That's fair. For my part, I was just like, it's just going to be character shenanigans, and then like the earthquake and the elementals at the end.
Yep.
Oh, I got so distracted. I need to fix a stat sheet real quick.
Nope. It seems like you have time.
It seems
He's
so.
Still not online.
Yeah. I was trying to put the like leyline pool hazard stuff into a hotkey, but it wasn't on a draggable thing, so I have to move it to a different section of the hazard sheet.
Oh gosh.
Can't wait to show you guys all the stuff I've, like, giga over-prepared. I keep thinking I'll have time to, like, get ahead, work on maps for the next section, do some, like, overworld map stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have been fiddling with these skill trees a lot.
That's funny. I hadn't clicked and looked at them, but they're very cool.
Oh, you can see them right now? Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's only supposed to show you the ones that you have access to.
Oh, okay. Well, when I opened my character sheet and clicked skill tree, it opened up 2 different ones.
2 different ones. Which ones?
Oh, wait. Well, I closed it now.
Okay. All right.
Because you said
I mean, that's
shouldn't
good,
see it.
probably.
It's like, oh man, I haven't seen what you've been working on. Let me click that. Whoop.
What the heck?
I was overzealous.
Weird.
It's funny that you think that Varus would let you look at something he didn't think was already completed.
Well, there's some spoilers about, like, what they even are. I mean, I guess we know one of them for sure. I don't know. Hopefully it just opened you to the test with the owl and nothing else was revealed.
I mean, I can click again if you want me to
No, it's
report
okay.
back, but I exited immediately.
Yeah, I don't even have one. So
What?
Oh, I'm special.
How the fuck
I'm
does
assuming
that
it's like
work?
it's. You said it's in my character sheet, right?
Well,
yeah, so it's
like
at the top.
yeah, you press
bar.
there's a skill
where
tree
it says,
button at the
like,
top, yeah.
Path Muncher, yeah.
At the top of your
prototype
sheet.
token.
But don't press it.
I don't see one.
That's so why
Oh.
why? Why do you have one?
I don't know.
You need to find a way to take it away from her. Just so you know, she doesn't have any self-control.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't know. I'm just saying something.
Wow. I'm not even looking at the Forge page right now. I'll share my screen. You need proof.
the temptation is too strong. Eventually, her will crumble.
No, it won't. My will crumble. Mitchell, you're willing to run a game at like 8:30 in the morning?
What?
Your game?
I'm a generous god.
You are. That was partially why I was confused about the time. I was like, that's early.
Oh wow, that is I realized the time stated there. That's Central, East Coast?
Pacific.
Oh, Pacific.
What?
Oh. It's not, isn't it? Didn't he say 11:30?
He
Oh,
said
he's available until 11:30. Oh shit.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, well.
Do none of you know how to read?
Shut up! We know how to read. It's just confusing.
How?
Context.
The context?
Jeremy really should have just put AM or PM, and that would have made it all.
Who would have
Make
put
way more
11? Who
sense.
puts 11:30 p.m.?
Me?
That's all day.
That's the only, you
I
know.
do.
That's all fucking day.
Yeah.
That would be like saying, "Oh yeah, I can't do that because I have to go to sleep at 2 a.m. Sorry." Well, like what?
Okay.
insanity.
Okay, well, we were all confused, so
Yeah. It's confusing how you guys were confused. I'm confused.
oh.
Okay.
Well, Mason didn't even say if he could do it, so.
I'll be like actually dead, but I'll still do it.
Oh no.
That has gone down to 2 hours after my shift usually ends, which means like 1 hour after I actually go to bed.
Oh god.
Don't worry. What will
Don't
happen
worry.
is you will get your second wind.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Nishev will get eaten and then I'll be able to sleep the rest of the session.
Just the whole
Oh.
time you're swallowed.
No, because one of the hazards in the fight you guys will be in is drowning, but you guys can breathe underwater.
Oh, true. Why is that a hazard?
Hell yeah.
Why have they done this twice?
Why did they?
I'm telling you, it's very annoying. I just wish that there was an AP where the same people wrote it. Because I can tell that no one read the first 5.
Is it possible that we get here without the reflection of water? Like,
You cannot get here without the reflection of water. Avoiding the reflection of water
Not possible.
involves skipping an entire chapter
yeah.
in book 2.
Oh boy.
Which I guess theoretically possible. Theoretically.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I can't think of a logical reason why they would make that a hazard. Perhaps for like NPCs we have with us, but that doesn't. We're in the place where we don't bring our circus with us.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just to make us feel powerful and be like, oh my god,
Maybe.
look at this thing that would have been dangerous.
Maybe if one of us died and had a replacement character, you know?
No.
No? What do you mean?
Because the reflections rub off on people.
Why is that?
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Like after book 4, like after you get the last reflection, like if there are enough of you around, everyone could like if someone joins, they just have all the reflections basically.
All right. I can't save them from
Yeah.
their mistake.
It's actually just very silly.
Technically. I guess if you transform into another animal and you don't have access to that ability.
No,
No, that's
Well,
not right.
Why are
Don't
we
work
trying
like
to
that
defend
either.
them? We can't defend them.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
no, the reflections are
Usable what? Yeah.
Or-
Okay.
usable in every form. You don't like lose them because they're not a part of your body or whatever. Like they are like imprinted on your soul, like the thing that makes you in Galarian.
Then it's just what we call adventure path quality.
It is. I mean, it is like it is the second one,
Yeah.
but also
Yeah, we do use those abilities like every fight. Or at least every day. Especially the reflection of life. So kind of forgetting about them is pretty wild. Okay, I have to ask you guys, how long do you want to wait for Voraktee?
I'll give him 10 more minutes.
And then we're just gonna wreak havoc, rearranging all the furniture and
mhm.
towering.
I do... Yeah.
Or I guess we're playing Spirit Island. Connor wanted.
I was sort of kidding. We don't have to. The sentiment is essentially we can do something else if people want to.
That's fair.
I suppose. In 10 minutes if he's not here. I'll just like
Make Bill
Lock.
call him again.
this middle room. Yeah, we'll make Bill call first. And you guys just can't open the next door for now. And you can do whatever else you want. There's technically stuff to find and do in this room, so we might be able to kill enough time for him to arrive.
I don't know. He's been streaming like till all hours of the night.
Yeah, well, I
I don't really believe.
can tell you that I
Wait.
fell asleep before him last night. I fell asleep at 8 something.
Yeah, I don't really believe that he's just like gonna magically wake up.
Well, it's that. People do eventually just wake up.
We can count on him waking up eventually.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's just ignore the context of him waking up on time.
Yeah, but I mean,
I simply assumed that was the logical conclusion.
right. He clearly hasn't woken up on time. But he probably will wake up before 4 hours, 3.5 hours from now.
Right.
Okay, maybe not.
I mean, he probably went to bed around the time I did, and I would be waking up naturally like around now if I didn't set an alarm. Speaking of the reason I set an alarm, I forgot I have coffee. I mean, the reason I set the alarm is so I can listen to the whole playlist in time. But
Yes, that's the real reason.
the other reason I set an alarm is coffee and breakfast. Jamming to my character and campaign playlists while I'm making coffee and breakfast is probably one of my like just my favorite rituals at this point.
Oh, so good.
Mhm. If I'm like out of coffee beans and I have to like drive to Starbucks and I'm listening to my playlist driving to Starbucks, I'm like, this is inferior. This is definitely worse.
Oh, I don't know. There's something about like I love listening to something while I'm doing something else with my hands.
Yeah.
Whether it's like doing, usually it's for me, it's like doing the dishes or cleaning.
Right.
Sometimes cooking. I don't cook very much, but when I do,
Yeah.
that's a good one too. Yeah. It's like the body goes on autopilot and the mind can wander.
Yeah. I have to
Very fun.
I have to very actively find like the ability to space out at work. And if I were able to listen to music, it would just like happen. But they don't want you walking around on a warehouse floor with headphones in, so.
Aw, man.
Yeah. There are definitely positions in the warehouse where you would just be fine because you're standing still all day.
Yeah. Dang, no headphones at all? That
Yeah.
sucks.
It's a safety hazard.
I understand OSHA handbook and all that, but come on.
I'm thinking about there are like they're not smart glasses, but they're like you can get prescription
Yes.
glasses. I have prescription glasses. You can get the ones that like vibrate like
Yes.
the bone above your ear or whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking
I've seen those.
I'm thinking a little bit about like getting some of those. It would be absolutely dumb to get those for just work because they're expensive. but
But
yeah, it'd be nice for other things, I'm sure. As long as it doesn't have like an LED on it or something, that would kind of ruin the whole thing.
I don't think they do. The version I've seen where like sunglasses,
Yeah.
but they didn't have the LEDs.
Right. Yeah, they've usually, the ones I've seen have been pretty subtle. Also, some of the ones I've seen have been fake. Like, they're just speakers
Oh.
and not actually the, like, vibrate ones. I'm like, I can't.
Oh.
Those I probably can't do. And it's
Mhm.
hard to tell which ones are fake because those ones just use false advertising and aren't out of business for some reason.
Wow. I love capitalism.
Yeah.
Still no sign of V.
Yep.
Hmm.
Bill, can we request one more call?
Yep, one moment.
Okay.
Nope, no answer.
Oh no. I hope he's okay and is just super sleeping.
Yeah, that's
You know, he's
it's
just
likely.
passed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Hmm.
I do think he'll show up sometime in like the next hour. I'm not that worried about it.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
So if we want to do the recap, we can get started with that, and then kind of figure out what the party wants to do from there if Turris goes slightly comatose. So, who would like to do the recap for a hero point?
Well, this is the problem, because it's always either me or Voraktee.
Mhm.
And he's not here, and I did it last time.
That's true. That's tricky. Konnor, you were here last time.
I gotta be completely honest. This last week has been like a blender to my brain.
Okay,
and I
okay.
do not.
That is
recall this.
why is it that is always
He lives in a blender.
like yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Do you just live in a whirlpool?
It sure feels like
Perhaps.
it.
Oh. Oh no.
What are the blades made out of?
Stainless steel.
Oh,
Or is the
It's very-
vessel construction plastic or glass?
I'm more interested about the gearbox construction.
Oh.
How many settings does this blender have?
It seems to have one.
One.
Yeah, it does have
Blend.
one
Always
one
on.
setting. Lens.
It's always on the like setting that turns everything into soup.
Okay,
And
alright.
it turns it hot. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have a chop setting, like that means fucking anything.
Well, what do you think happened last session in your blended brain?
The intro of last
Uh.
session was very Cenoboxian centric.
It was.
Oh, okay. I remember going back and forth between the tower and talking to Isha and trying to get one of the groups to go to the other. Isha was in favor of us. I gotta be honest. I actually, surprisingly, I think I took notes.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm just like really not used to it, so I forgot and I didn't think about it. Oh, I don't think they're here. I think I.
But yeah, we did kind of abuse scene the beginning of last session.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it like that.
Well, I'm nicer than
Yeah.
you.
Are you?
No. I have that Isha thinks it would be better to get extra help / set of hands, maybe a literal hand ? So I'm not sure if Isha's comment was to go get help or to literally find a hand. I remember that we went into a room in the tower where there was the ley line energy just on the ground. Isha drank the energy, I think. Scene tried to absorb the energy and got zapped. And then I remember fighting kitchenware and spiders. That's what I got for you.
Mean. Basically everything.
Mhm. That's pretty succinct. What was the last room that we entered?
Was it when we stepped out of the ethereal plane?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
I'll give you a hint.
library.
Correct.
Yes.
What
Really
was
felt
the
like I was taking a shot in the dark here.
The hint was I changed scenes.
Oh.
Yay!
Yeah, so we had just entered a library. The place where we fought the ethereal spiders was in the ethereal plane, which appears to just be part of the outside/inside of the tower. Any comments, concerns, questions, additions?
Yeah. Actually,
Oh,
Okay.
what the fuck?
what do you mean?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know. Just you said any. And I was like, well, what the fuck?
Oh,
I don't
all
know.
right. I mean, that's valid comment and addition. So accepted. All right. So we start where we left off as you guys open the door, exiting the strange floaty ethereal space, making up the space between the two rooms. What appeared to at one point have been, well, who knows what it was, but you kind of step out of that space and into this something that feels much more material beneath your feet. Those of you with hair, it kind of settles back down. You feel the weight of it again, instead of kind of like floating around you as you walked around the ethereal space. Turris takes a look around and sees this desk in the opposite end of the room and just rushes over and starts kind of like scanning the things on the desk very excitedly. And Turkan had grabbed a random book off the shelf as you guys started to explore and look around the room. And the book he grabbed was this. Notes on this Gamine Empire. That had a picture of a steno. With a note saying this steno was something called a spirit speaker. But that Vesicchia was unable to get much more information on the subject, and that they were very kind of protective about this information. Didn't readily share it.
Do the shelves have library genres?
Yeah, what's the organizational system in this Tower Anchor library?
No offense, but Vesicchia doesn't seem like the kind of person to use Dewey Decimal.
She has her own system.
Certainly
Yeah.
seems to have her own system. Let's see. There are like labels at the end of each shelf. Are you trying to read what the labels are, or are you trying to kind of like discern what the system is?
Read the labels. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Scene does not care about the system.
So notably, these kind of like less organized ones, these like temporary additions just strewn throughout the room, those don't have any labels. These ones on the walls, well, not on the walls, but the more straight ones that seem more tidy, more organized, the books are placed on them a little less haphazard. Let's see. One is kind of like labeled with it's like religions dash like not occult, but non-contemporary, I guess. It's like religions non-contemporary. And another one is like the history of like this continent and the one to the south where you guys just came from, the Sarahtonin continent. I forget the name off the top of my head. I should get that though. I didn't expect to be answering this question. Oh, come on. been lazy filling this out for different places, I guess. Dratzia. Dratzia is the continent to the south, where Sarosa is placed, and Monteclona. So it's like, one is the history of Aldhelm, which is the northern continent here, and one is the history of Dratzia. And it's just kind of a random collection of things like that.
Okay. Seems like to start kind of picking through.
Yeah.
Some random ones.
Almost all of them seem to be reference books. Except kind of the two northern shelves. One is like just kind of labeled fiction. And then it's like fiction and -D is what it's labeled as. And the other one is nonfiction -H. And everything else is like reference. Historical, religious, construction, societal, you know.
Got any music?
Um,
Any entertainment?
You're the entertainment.
None of the books. Well, let's see.
Actually, that's a great idea. Is there a pen or a writing utensil anywhere?
There's a pen right over here and an open blank notebook. At this.
No. I don't want the blank notebook.
Oh, God.
He's gonna grab a book and start just writing in the margin.
Okay.
Oh.
There is.
Just gonna love that.
In the history of Dratzia reference shelf, there's like a musical traditions book. It's not exactly like a Rolling Stones top 50 almanac or anything, but you know, goes across the different music forms for the continent. But if you're just looking for a random book to start writing in, that's fine.
He'll grab that one.
Okay.
And just start writing in the margins about his work and his music. He'll also go over to the blank page and sign his name.
Excellent.
Dean was here.
Wonderful.
That could be worth something. That's a gift, actually.
Yeah.
Scene's
Also,
autograph.
notably, the eye in auction is a little pictograph of Scene.
Well,
Like the
Oh.
dot to the eye. Sorry.
He's an
yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
Excellent. Does it have pseudopods coming off it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They extend down into the rest of the little
Okay.
eye.
All right.
Does anything happen when he signs his name?
No,
Yep.
not inherently.
He'll then just go back to writing in the margins of the book after that.
Okay.
Commentary on why his music is better than whatever artist you're reading about.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be like why the standards in the book are soulless and don't capture the real artist experience, and how you can't learn to make music by reading a book. You just have to make music.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't think Scene was so studious.
He's not.
Yeah, you guys have no idea what he's doing. He's just like over in the corner writing in this book.
Well, I'm just surprised that he gravitated towards a book rather than pulling out an instrument to torment us. I'm grateful though. And Steris will go to the desk
Okay.
and start to look over the book that Turkon gave her.
All right. Okay. There's probably not anything in particular that you're looking for in this book.
No, nothing specific.
Okay. Yeah.
I think she's just giving it some attention since Turkon handed it to her and there's a steno on it.
Yeah. Nearly none of the book is about steno other than this one. This couple of pages of notes of what Visissia could find. Visissia was very interested in finding out more about this topic, but like I said, they seem to be very secretive, and Visissia, for whatever reason, did not pursue prying the information from them. But this empire, the Gemian Empire, does seem to be rather imperial. The name of it is accurate. They kind of conquered this whole continent in kind of by the typical map of the world in kind of the northwest. They're one of the, I guess, one of the most kind of militaristic forces in the world. And they've somehow gotten away with just kind of taking over this entire continent without being like reprimanded by the Four or anything. So they have like a big kind of martial tradition, but Visissia notes that the military is kind of like drawn from this one part of the empire, and much of the rest is kind of left alone, governed by kind of like local governments that have kind of been installed by the people that just answer to the emperor. And despite like fiercely kind of protecting their borders, they haven't sought to like cross the ocean. They haven't sought to attack anyone else. They are happy to kind of own the continent that they're on. There's no land connections to other continents from this one. So
I think after perusing that book, she'd then kind of explore whatever is left here on the desk.
Okay. Yeah. Lots of like open notes and reference material. It seems like each kind of corner of the desk here is like a different kind of subject.
Okay.
Let's see. There's are you mostly just perusing the things on the desk for now?
Yeah, because, well, Turris is over here, and
Yeah.
she was kind of trying to see what he was perusing, and yeah, just kind of ambling around, seeing if anything catches her eye.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of like he'll point out that like this map over here there's kind of like notes that some of them seem to be quite old on like ley line fluctuations kind of throughout different continents. And again, a lot of the notes right now seem to be on histories of like this continent, and like there are notes about kind of different cults that have risen up and fallen. And it seems like, well, let's see. Oh, you have scribing lore. That's pretty excellent.
Yes, I do.
Well, that's very convenient here. Could you roll that for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. One moment. Okay. You kind of put together from the same things you guys have been trying to put together recently.
Mm-hmm.
She was compiling notes and reference material that seemed to lead back to the Dominion, these kind of void worshipping creatures that the Unshackled are connected to. They wouldn't describe the unseen seraph that way, but you guys have kind of been putting this together, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like before the seraph arrived, before the Star Dreamers started doing their thing, Visisha was putting together notes on previous cults in kind of the same vein. And there's notes here on like kind of this group that was coming together in Kalmacourt that got wiped out quite some time ago, like 700-800 years ago. Thought they were wiped out completely, but it is suspicious that this like activity is starting. This cult activity is kind of like starting up in the same area again, and she was very concerned about it, with good reason, it turns out. There was like mention there of like the moonlight pools, but notes saying that it was like whatever settlement they had there was destroyed, and it seems like the people who went and hunted them down didn't like find that kind of compound underground there that you guys had ventured through. And Visisha didn't find any evidence of that when she herself went to kind of investigate the site before the cult moved in again.
So they've done this before, weren't successful, or as successful as this go around. Interesting.
Yeah, you kind of get the impression from the notes, they kind of interconnected webs between these cults like down here, and like some conflicts between like the giants and Temel that are referenced, and stuff happening on like the northern continent, that like these followers of the Dominion have been trying to lay some groundwork for a long time. And Visisha has notes on how annoying it is that these Ruchalics can be like huge repositories of information, and they can just go dormant for hundreds of years before going and finding like another pawn to kind of inject with information and kind of teachings that people thought were like destroyed and completely scoured will just like pop back up because of these Ruchalics keeping them alive. So these cults are like just never truly gone. And while you are reading all of these notes, Turris has started kind of like opening the drawers and stuff, kind of going through the desk. and one of them is kind of one of them seems to be kind of stuck, and he's like, "Oh, that's strange." Kind of looks, and there seems to be like a lock on it.
Mm.
For a moment, he's like, only Stu are here to pick this. Oh well, and he stands up and just like starts looking at some other papers.
Oh. If only Stu were here to pick that.
What else would you guys like to do?
How much does that drawer open?
You lean down and start kind of checking it out. Give it a couple tugs.
Yeah.
Really, kind of not at all. It's
Okay.
like locked, kind of completely shut. It's just one of those where there's like a keyhole on the front and seems to be locked. But when you like go and jostle it around, try to pull it open again, you hear Visicia's voice again.
Oh.
And
Uh-oh.
I have to hit the back button a couple times to get to my notes. Oh my god, why am I so... There we go. You hear Visicia's voice again, and she says, snooping, are we? Well, I don't see why we can't have a little fun.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes, the most important key is in the least exalted of places. Good luck.
Ooh. It's in the least exalted of places.
And that kind of echoes through the room, and everyone kind of hears this voice very clearly.
She should try up her asshole.
I will dig through. There was like this big messy pile over here, yeah?
Yeah, it looks like kind of a box of maybe discarded books, new arrivals, something like that.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Bill.
I'll kind of rummage through there. Oh no, we lost Bill.
I'm sure I'll hop back on. Yeah, you start rummaging through that. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like start rummaging through the pile, and you don't find any keys outright, but you do find a book title that catches your eye. It is called Vaults Unexalted.
Ah, same word. Okay. I'll snatch the book and like leaf through the pages.
Okay. The pages are almost completely blank. Each one only has a handful of words. The first page just says warmer. And you say you leaf through a couple. So the second page says warmer again.
Cute.
You keep paging through.
Yeah, through the end of the book.
Okay.
Thinking that maybe the key would be like in between.
Right, yeah.
pages.
You're looking for like the kind of classic like cutout in the book. And you like
Yeah.
leaf through all the pages, and you see kind of this, you know, a little bit of a flip book of like different words on each page. It seems to transition from like the single word to like phrases, but you don't see anything, any hidden compartments or anything. Just words on each page all the way through to the end. And then the last page leaves you with, "Where's the spark?"
Oh, look who it is.
Oh,
I slept right through my alarm.
Bill is back and Voraktee is here. Did you fetch him?
Bill went and got him. Yeah, he fetched him.
I called on Discord.
Gotcha.
I didn't realize it disconnected me.
All right. So you are in some ways just in time. We did the recap, and then I was like, you guys can look through the library. So you and Steris have been going through kind of the notes on the desk. I will give you the Spark Notes version. It seemed like Visicia, before all of this stuff went down, before the Star Dreamers showed up and started moving around, Visicia had caught wind of something and was compiling notes on previous cults devoted to the Dominion. She names them as the Dominion of the Black, but the cults rarely ever say that name. Is a note in the notes. And how kind of annoying it is that the Ruchalics allow them to keep kind of cropping back up with like the same sets of information, even though like the Four and their followers kind of have considered the information scoured and destroyed, but they keep the Ruchalics keep bringing it back, keep kind of finding new prophets to fill with bad information and start new cults. So she was looking into much the same stuff as you guys. No big, huge revelations in the notes here. But she tried to investigate the Moonlight Pools kind of before the cult showed up, when activity started popping up in Montclana and Calmacord again, but didn't find the facility there. Thought that it was like destroyed. And then you and Steris were kind of looking through the rest of the desk. There's like a little bit of information on like updates on ley lines on other continents over in this corner. And then you were like pulling open some of the drawers in the desk, and there was a locked drawer that said, basically Visicia's voice came up again, one of those kind of security messages, and she was in kind of an amused voice, was like, "Snooping around? Well, let's have a little fun," and said, "Sometimes the most important key is in the least exalted place." And then Steris found a book called Vaults Unexalted, and has been leafing through that in the corner. In this kind of bin, left in the corner. So, sorry, Steris, back to you.
So I was leafing through that, got to the last page, and there it said, "Where is the spark?"
Yes.
Was the phrase. Okay. Isha, you're good with riddles. Any idea where to look?
I already told you the answer.
I unfortunately don't have Visicia here to test that theory. Plus, it doesn't go with this clue.
Not to your knowledge.
Is there a trash can in here?
The closest thing was the bin of unsorted books, where Steris found this Vaults Unexalted book.
I will go to the desk in the corner and check that. Is this a desk?
Oh yeah, it's one of those like
nope.
It's one of those like
little study desk.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not sure what's over here. I see that, like,
Yeah.
incense. I don't know what that is.
well, there's like an inkwell, there's a quill, there's a book, a notebook. And there is like it's not shown here, but there's like a candle and like a little like flint and tinder thing.
Ah. Flint can make sparks. She'll kind of rifle through that, see if anything
That's
catches her attention, much like the book did.
That's pretty much all that's there, really.
Dang. Scene, did you leave it open to your signature? Perhaps. I'd assume he did.
Sorry, say it again.
I was asking if you left the book open with your signature on it.
Oh yeah, he just signed and then
Let the
like,
ink
just
dry.
went back to what he was doing.
I see. So she'll see that you signed this book and she'll kind of peek over your shoulder, whatever the equivalent is for seat function.
Yeah, he's like
And
huddled between these two shelves. Not a whole lot of
yeah,
not a whole lot of space.
she'll ask if you found anything interesting.
All I found was a whole bunch of nonsense.
Nonsense.
He seems to be correcting it as you two are speaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's like half mumbling it to himself and Sarahs of like going through what the book is saying and being like, this is just all wrong. Like, there's no soul in here.
He's
This is worse than like math.
he's reading a book on
And he's like, yeah.
like folk music histories on the continent.
mm. I didn't know you were so versed in music history. You'd be.
He doesn't let you get to the word history.
Oh,
He thinks you're just about to say
oh no!
I didn't know you were so well versed in music, and he just like his jaw just drops. What?
She'll squeak out the word history. History. Music history. Obviously, you're well versed in music. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing Visicia's reaction to your annotations. She'll kind of skitter away.
Scene is still kind of just blankly staring where Steris was.
Huh.
And just like mumbling to himself, just like, it's my whole thing.
That's my whole thing. How could she think that? Existential crisis.
Yeah.
Someone had to spark it. Was that the spark?
That was not the spark.
Damn. Okay, my other idea is Turris. I feel like that'd be a really weird answer to her riddle, though, if this was like pre-recorded before Turris existed. But there's,
Turris, are you present or are you still waking up? Well,
I'm vaguely present.
vaguely present. All right. Are you like poke?
What was the riddle again?
it's
Yeah, sorry. Steris, go ahead. You haven't.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I can let you do it. You are the GM. So first it was sometimes the most important key is in the least exalted of places. I found a book with exalted in the title. Then on the last page of that book, the clue was, where is the spark?
And the first two
And
pages
I-
said warmer on both pages.
Warmer. Yeah.
I don't think other pages have been explored. I mean, you leaf through it, but I don't think you've read the other pages, right?
Oh,
Just to-
true. Yeah, because I was looking for. Oh, I can go back for the book. She'll walk up to Turris, ask if he has any thoughts. He'll give her an and then she'll go back to the book.
You can be carrying it around. That's, book can be
Okay.
book can be with you. It's not that
I
heavy.
have it with me.
And you start going through it and really,
Yeah, maybe she's like showing him the pages
yeah.
and then realizing she didn't read them all.
Yeah, like the third page, so it goes like warmer, warmer. Third page says not any warmer yet, and then the fourth page says warmer, I demand it. And then it's like kind of along that same line for the following ones.
Warmer, I demand it?
Yes. And the third page is not any warmer yet.
Not any warmer yet.
The idea that's coming to my mind is to light the book on fire, but I feel like that's not a good choice.
It is kind of
Warmer,
taboo.
I demand it. I don't think I'll be chill with burning a book. Warmer.
Is there a Dewey Decimal System in here?
There is a labeling
You're the
system.
second one to ask that.
All of the kind of disorganized ad hoc shelves don't really have a label. And then the more straightened, organized shelves say like history, Dretzia, history, Aldhelm, religions, non-contemporary. It's like another one. And we had like I forgot the letters. We had like nonfiction D and fiction H. I think that's reversed. I think it was fiction D, nonfiction H for two of them.
Well, let's look through the fiction and nonfiction.
Okay.
How vocal are you, like, hum-hawing about?
I have literally called out and asked if anyone had any ideas.
Yeah, it sounds like Starris is being pretty vocal. They're like talking about it kind of
Yeah.
openly.
Right, with you.
Yeah.
You told me to look up Visicia's butt. I walked away.
She won't do it, I will.
Yeah, she's like holding the book out, looking at it, being like, I don't feel like it's right to burn a book. Like, this can't be the answer.
Isha, you just like pop around the corner and blast it.
Pop my head over the top.
Over the top, all right. Starris, you are saying that, and suddenly, I assume you're not actively trying to dodge, you're not in a combat situation. I don't need to make Isha roll against AC.
No.
Alright, so this searing light, this bright flash kind of appears out of the corner of your eye and just zaps the book. And the whole thing, like, immediately starts to go up in flames. More rapidly than you expect, although it was a very third level spell, a very violent attack, but it does seem almost ready to catch fire and almost like explodes in flame in your hands. What do you do?
Drop it.
All right. It drops on the floor as I get 54. No. Oh, okay. No sim claws. All right.
It didn't let me do them.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
Well, thank you for the 54 XP. Tabletop Obscura, thank you for the
BRB really quick, 5 minutes ago, to do 50.
No, I had to get up and grab a package.
A keyboard.
Yeah.
So you drop this flaming book on the floor. Like I said, it kind of like the whole thing catches fire. Usually things burn from like kind of one end to the other. It's not quite so violent and explosive. And you see like underneath the binding of the book as it kind of sets flame that there's like these pockets of just like tinder and oil that have lit up, and just the whole thing just goes up in flame in moments.
She'll drop it, look up at Isha, and be like, I guess maybe we did need to burn the book.
And almost as soon as you look back down, like the book is turning to embers, and then kind of just to like a pile of ash, and in it there is a glint of metal.
She'll lean down and kind of dust off the ash.
Yeah.
To uncover the key.
It's still pretty hot, but you are able to.
Oh shit!
It's not going to do any fire damage or anything, but you just kind of like hot potato in your hands a little bit, and you're like, oof, ouch. You pull it out of the ashes, and there is just a silver key there, kind of old school style skeleton key looking bit of metal.
She'll hold it up. Is Isha still peeking over the top of the shelf?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, she was gonna turn to be like, to thank you. If you're not there, she will just kind of huff and turn towards the drawer to unlock it.
All right. You unlock the drawer. Isn't that such a nice drawer? Isn't that a drawer-ass drawer? Certainly not a...
That's the...
out of reach.
The most drawer...
Stairs, you can open that, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can open it.
Yeah, there's
Don't
just
worry.
there's a staff in there.
Ooh.
It kind of looks like it is made of coiled and compressed books and pages, kind of mixed into each other in kind of an almost unnatural way. Not unnatural as in like, oh, alien scary, like some of the other stuff you guys have seen. Is just like...
Mm-hmm. I'll share it so everyone else can read it, but I am taking it.
And it's a moderately common item. You recognize it pretty immediately, everyone, as a librarian staff. It is a staff that can hold texts, books, or scrolls, and you can store and retrieve such things with 3 actions. And it also has a collection of spells.
Oh, that was entertaining. I think having unlocked that drawer, Steris will move on to try to find if there's any books on the old gods.
Okay, you start looking around. Just reading like the names of the labels on the reference shelves. None of them seem to specifically involve the old gods, and the ones that are like more historical, the ones on religion, they all seem to be relatively newer books. You're kind of like going through them, and actually, go ahead. and roll me like a, I guess, religion or occultism to kind of recognize any of these gods as you're going through on the religion. Okay, excellent. So, not as such. There's nothing specifically on the old gods, but you're kind of realizing as you're going through this shelf of non-contemporary religions, some of these like smaller cults and like local deities, that kind of like smaller tribes and people who didn't follow the Four kind of believed in, like you find a book that just mentions this like owl of night that shows up in people's dreams on occasion. No one's ever like seen it. It doesn't really answer calls, but it kind of seems to pop up in imagery, seems to pop up in like kind of influences in these smaller groups that pop up in like Kalmacourt especially, but also Monteclana. And you're like, oh, you kind of put together that some of these like smaller religions that have existed over the years are just accidentally based on the old gods. So even though these books aren't specifically like, here's a text on,
yeah,
yeah,
kind of illustrating their reach.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I think having done everything she has and kind of looking that the rest of the party is still a bit preoccupied with their own individual activities, she'll kind of sneakily pull out the romance novel she grabbed from the other room and start
Excellent.
reading it and taking a little break.
Wonderful.
The tower within me.
Oh. Turris going to turn into a self-insert author one day.
I'd read that.
Is the book going to be called How Novel?
How novel.
It would have to be.
A story of Turris anchored. Okay. Anyone else have anything in this room?
Anything else at the big desk?
There's a lot at the big desk. Not a lot of notes. A lot of little projects, notes on ley lines, like I said, notes on kind of like the cults. Let me see. Let me just double check my library notes here. Nope. I mean, if you want to spend a bunch of time reading and researching, that's a thing you can do, but nothing immediately kind of like catches your eye.
I suppose that we can do that after this blows a kid.
As you say that, there's like you've probably heard it every once in a while, not terribly violent. This one might be a little bit more loud than the others, but there's kind of a crackling splash from like down this hallway. Also, Stairs, how much looking do you do at that staff? Do you just kind of like collect it and hold on to it for now?
Kind of what I had imagined. I think
Okay.
she would have taken a couple minutes to, just get her bearings with what it is, and then
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
stashed it.
Sounds good. Turris, Turkan, as you kind of like approach this door, the door is quite a bit different from the other doors. All the other doors have had handles, have worked like regular doors. This one seems, I mean, there's no handle on it. It's kind of just like this ribbed metal, it's reinforced metal plate in front of you.
I'm gonna kick it.
Okay. You
Oh no.
you approach it to kick it, and you as you approach with an intent to enter, it just kind of slides open, and your foot hits. It probably it connects with a little bit of metal, and there's like a little bit of a bong, but as you do this, there is kind of a rushing of. It sounds like a kind of crashing wave in front of you, and you open the door to just a wall of that crackling blue ley line energy kind of erupting in front of you along this kind of circle walkway that you see, and then receding. And as it recedes, you see
Oh Lord.
this sparking blue treetop in front of you. I mean, not immediately in front of you. In the center, peeking up over the center of this kind of walkway. A few feet over, the walkway kind of stops, and everything within this like dips down below your line of sight where you are right now. So far down that this tree, you only are seeing like the top bit of this tree in the center. And as you walk in, just go ahead and roll me a 1d4, if you will. A 4. Okay. There is kind of a spray of that, following kind of the crashing wave and the sloshing of this ley line energy in the middle. A couple of kind of blobs of this energy just splash down around the walkway, and slowly get kind of absorbed into the floor.
I'm just gonna want to run to the other door.
Oh my gosh.
I want to. I'm not gonna do it yet though.
I mean,
I'm just like staring at the door at the other side. It's like,
He is merely expressing his desire.
So far.
having heard the clattering, Sarahs would pocket her book and make her way over.
So was it the tree that spurted these things, or where did that stuff come from?
There's just kind of like violent splashes of that ley line energy that you guys have seen.
Just erupting from the pool.
Yeah, this is the dome that you saw before when you kind of
That's
closed
what
your
I
eyes
thought.
and meditated the other day. Yeah, this is what you saw, but you didn't see the tree. But this is that chamber that you saw.
Oh no, not the scary music.
Not this music.
Uh-oh. First cutlery, now a tree?
And
God,
then,
what are you made
know,
of, man?
the coloring of this tree is reminiscent of some of the other kind of colorful plants that you've seen throughout this place.
Oh.
Though this one is a bit more shocking in appearance. Because of all the energy arcing off of it.
So do we want to try to make a run for it? Or do we want to try to fight this thing?
Do I recognize this tree? Does this thing seem like it should be there? Does it seem like it shouldn't be there? Oh, it shouldn't be there, but...
Well, so... Whether you recognize it and whether it should be there are two different questions, but kind of from a you understand your own body well enough to know that this tree is not, you've done a little bit of research, a little bit of thinking on this dome. Tree is not a key mechanism of how this chamber is supposed to work.
Yeah.
You get the impression it might be a key mechanism in why it's not working. And what kind of like broke what's happening down below. You're not sure of that. But, and as there's kind of like another surge of this leyline energy, a wave kind of like crashing up against the opposite side of the dome, you see that energy kind of like also flowing up in a wave through this tree's bark all the way out to like the edge of its canopy, and arcs of this kind of like electricity and spirit energy kind of arc from its treetop to like all of the edges of like the walkway and like the dome above. Every time there's a surge, there are kind of these arcs of energy. And you guys seem to be sitting and observing for a moment before moving onward. Can you give me another D4? Okay. None of the splashes actually land on the walkway, and the previous splash just sinks into the stone, seeps back down out of the walkway and into the bowl, into the cup at the center. Turkan, in the front, you also see all of this kind of pipery, all of this tubing going out from the dome in the center, out to the edges, out of this room. These aren't raised. These are like half in the floor and half out, with the exception of there are some bits sticking up with like some control mechanisms, it seems.
Tripping hazards.
Yes. Well, yes.
It certainly doesn't seem like that's something we should just let continue existing in there. Perhaps if we remove it, it'll stabilize this level?
Hey, Turris, do you mind if I flip this valve?
Oh,
What?
no.
I'm gonna start moving and turning it.
No, don't. Oh, God.
You step in there, Armis steps in there. The observers outside the room, you can kind of see, despite the fact that there's not like settled pools of this leyline energy there, you just see this little like crackle of energy kind of beneath their feet that kind of like surges towards the walkway. And to the observers outside, it just kind of stops there. But our audience camera is going to see those crackles kind of like continue downward, just zapping and crackling and down towards the roots of this tree that has taken up residence here. But for now, Turkan, you go over, you kind of put a hand on this valve and you look over your shoulder and you're like, Turris, could I pull on this?
I wouldn't touch anything if you don't know what it does.
I mean, we're touching a lot of things here.
Yes, but this is an extremely volatile room.
Yeah, we knew what books were, Turkan.
I'm still pulling the valve.
Okay,
No.
you start to
Oh,
turn it.
God.
And again, we'll get this little like aside where that zap from before from the footsteps entering the room kind of like strike this thing's roots and travel up into the willow, and we see maybe one of the roots kind of like shift and maybe like pull itself free of the ground, and just like a little bit of movement in the tree. And then you turn the valve, and you hear that kind of like sloshing sound, the sound of like crashing waves, kind of like starts up as you open this valve, and the energy kind of starts to get like pulled up this direction. Noticeably like this kind of swirling watery electricity that is filling this bowl kind of like starts to curve upwards, starts to come towards this tube. And you do that, and there's kind of a shake in the whole room, kind of a shuddering in the tree, like a violent wind suddenly moving through leaves. And you look over and you realize that this tree is moving.
Oh.
I look back at Turris and say, "Hey, how you feeling?"
My arteries.
My artery.
Notably, that doesn't really change too much how you physically feel, anyway. So yeah, if you guys want to roll initiative.
Initiative. Oh, goody.
Scene, just waiting for you.
I'm assuming that there's still like this magical energy in the pool, yeah, or is it all sucked out?
It is not all sucked out. There's kind of like another surge up from down below, and a bunch of it still goes into this tree, but so now some of it is kind of like sucked up away from the tree and in your direction. And the tree has noticed. Seeing you are going first.
Nice. And we haven't had a chance to rest, right?
Correct.
Nice.
Well, I mean, you've had a chance to like refocus.
what's
Yeah,
wrong?
if
You've
you are
refocused and
looking
stuff.
for your focus points,
Yeah.
then yeah, there's
Yeah.
been plenty of time for you to refocus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that part you're
I was
fine.
more so wondering about like spell slots.
Right. You haven't gotten any of your spell slots back, other than
Okay, that's
if you have a mechanic that lets you get some back when you refocus.
I don't know where Turkon is on my map.
He's inside.
Yeah, the line of
room.
sight is a little
You
weird
can't
here
see
for you,
him.
but you saw him walk into the room. You know who's the first one into that room. Around the corner from you.
If I step forward, can I see him?
Yeah, you can peek around the corner. I'll let you like peek here without, you know.
Okay. It doesn't really. I'll use the action to actually go.
Okay. Then you can see the tree.
Yikes.
That's a big tree.
It is a big tree.
I'm gonna do what
Yes,
I
it
always
is.
do.
Old tried and true.
Yeah.
And seeing as you peek around the corner, you see the tree is literally
Oi.
moving towards Turkon.
Oof.
Okay.
That's
rough.
Yeah, you do not succeed your. I assume that's lingering. Yeah.
Can I re-roll that?
Sure.
Yeah. Use that hero point.
Damn. All right. Well, you critically succeed now, so.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
We get it for
So
4 rounds?
last
Yep.
4 rounds.
Yeah. Go ahead. When you pull this out, go ahead and edit it to last 4 rounds.
Do I have anything else I can do with one?
Yeah. You have what? 1 action left.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to move inside the room?
Oh, I mean, I can.
I'm not going to, so I won't blame you if you don't.
Why not? Why not go in the room? What's so bad about the room?
Okay.
No.
This guy is technically 25 feet down, but technically 15 feet tall, so, you know. Oh, that makes him disappear. We're just not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Then.
It does make
Now
it
avoid.
You can always use your last action to try to recall knowledge.
True, yeah. That's a good one actioner.
That's a good idea. What would that be?
You pick a skill.
Yeah.
Okay, can I do nature, I guess?
Nature works great.
Okay.
Very good lores. Oh, right. Under okay. You have no idea. You are not familiar with a tree like this.
Sounds unfortunate, but okay. I cannot pass my...
Alright, have not hit begin encounter. How about now?
Oh, there you go.
Slap it a
There we
face. Alright. Okay, so this tree just like lurches and you hear like bark snapping and like creaking, and these roots like slap forward and start pulling this whole thing up the side of this this dome, this reverse dome. Let me just double check its speed. Surprisingly fast, but it is pulling itself uphill, so.
Did you just say reverse dome?
Yeah, just on, dome down, there's, yeah.
It's a bowl.
Yeah, it's a bowl. Anyway, it is pulling itself up this way. Interesting. Okay. So for now, it just like climbs up here in the direction where the energy is being pulled. And Turkon, it is just going to like bring its branches down on you. Just like the whole thing just like smashes towards the side of the walkway here. And gets a hit. For 25 damage.
Oof. Okay.
And then a root kind of like slides over the edge and tries to grab and tug at your ankle. It is going to try to trip you. So this is against your reflex DC? Oh my god.
I'm probably not making that one.
Technically it's 5 lower from that, so it's a 34. So is that a success or a critical success? What's your
For reflex?
Yeah.
Well, it's 19.
Okay.
Well, 10 plus 9. Yeah.
Okay. So you thank you, Joe. Yeah. There's something interesting in that couch back there. I don't remember what a critical success on trip does. I didn't think it was gonna roll that well. Buddy.
Turkon takes a d6 damage.
A d6. Okay. How violent. Okay. So you take this much bludgeoning damage. as you fall prone. Buddy. Thank you. And that's his turn.
All right. Well, I guess I'll use an action to get back up.
All right. You have already raged, right?
I have not.
Oh, okay. So you can,
Should.
yeah, you can do that at the start of combat if you want.
Fine, it's making me angry. I'm just gonna go over here and pull on the other valve.
Excellent. All right. Okay. So let me see. One action to get up. One action to. Probably takes 2 to get over here.
Nope, it's 1.
1?
35.
Oh my god! I forgot how fast you are. Oh my god! How are you that fast? Okay. I'm used to the
Rage.
big lumbering folks being slower. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you just charge across the freaking walkway, just like striding right over this. And you crank on that valve, and again, kind of the same thing starts happening. The energy starts getting sucked over to this pipe, and also like the other two. And this half of the dome is just noticeably less full of this energy than the other half.
I can't use the rest of my movement, can I?
No, I would let you could like go over on this side before you crank on the valve if you want, like still being in reach of the valve.
Okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
In your rage and you're charging over there, the valve might actually be just like a little bit bent. I should you're gonna succeed it no matter what, but go ahead and give me an athletics check to crank these valves. I forgot that there was a step here.
Oh, whoop. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm confident that it'll succeed. But... Okay. All that I said still applies. You get over there, you crank it open, no problem. And it's probably a little bit dented. And Turris, it is your turn.
Turris.
Uh-oh. Did he fall asleep again?
I love that it's like the curse of playing with this group that every member eventually has to fall asleep during gameplay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. My internet was being dummy.
Oh, I see.
Oh. He wasn't
So,
sleeping.
I wasn't sleeping.
I don't know what you did or didn't hear, but Turkan went over and pulled open another valve, and it does seem to be kind of draining out this energy out of this bowl.
Is this a valve, or is that just like some little pipe thing?
That is a valve.
Okay, here we go. Oh no. It's on top of each other again, and I can't hit the little. Oh wait, no. Here's the thing. Do. And a movement.
I didn't even think about this. I should probably just like...
You should be able to stand next to it and be able to use it. Yeah.
Here's the other thing. I don't want that tree to come at me.
Yeah.
How close to this edge do I have to be to see the tree?
Oh, you can see the tree from where you are, especially after it like moved and slapped Turkan. Yeah, you can see it from where you are, no problem.
Okay.
Oh.
In that case, how far am I? Oh, I did not mean to hit that. I apologize.
all right.
I was clicking the measure tool, which was right next to that.
He
Okay.
said, "I'm done.
I'm done.
No trees for me.
No tree in my tower."
Tower.
That's where he draws the line.
Is that a fish with sunglasses?
There we go.
Is that a fish with sunglasses? It's an eye with sunglasses, actually. It's an evil eye with sunglasses. But he does look a little bit like anglerfish.
You know, this is worth it. I could have hit it from before there. I could have hit it from back there. Yeah, this is a great idea.
Oh, let me clear that X card.
The tried and true playable.
All right. Let me see.
And at the same time, Armis is going to be cranking that valve.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check for Armis cranking the valve. This guy will roll his reflex save. Oh, I need to set this guy as my token. Oh my god, that explosion.
That
looks-
that was awesome.
That looks wild in the energy zone there.
Yeah.
That looked really cool.
I have a color burn.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it again.
I have a color burn filter set up where all that energy is. So like, I didn't know it would interact with the spell effect. 24 versus 22 save, so he would take.
What? That's a tree save. That's ridiculous.
It's not
the
so
X
much
card
that he
again.
like hits the deck. He kind of like you
That's
like
okay.
launch this fireball
Yeah.
over it, and it kind of
Uh-huh.
like covers kind of the core of it with all of these like branches and stuff.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Oh.
You have a hero point.
True.
He saves and I roll a 1. This is the worst turn in my entire life.
He's gonna take damage if you want to roll the damage on it. And also, yeah, before I reveal the results of that roll, let me know if you'd like to reroll that athletics check.
No,
that's-
I don't.
He takes. Okay. Okay, first things first. This guy takes half of the damage, and the fire seems to barely even kind of singe these leaves at the end of its canopy.
2 damage? Fuck.
As for
Ooh.
Armis, he goes to like, runs up to this valve. He's like, oh, he's like rubbing his hands together, getting ready, kind of like hunkers down a little, slams his hand down onto the valves, cranks, and the handle comes off. It's not broken. But he does have to spend an action reattaching the handle before attempting the athletics check again.
Oof.
Well, that was awful.
You've-
2 damage? He took 2 damage from a fireball?
You
Mhm.
know, he would have taken 12 damage,
succeeded.
but something else is going on.
He's swimming in all that ley line energy.
let's see. While Isha is moving and taking their turn, can someone roll me 2d4? Ooh, sudden blight. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This quite hardy tree does not seem to be affected by your blight. I believe a critical success negates this. Let's see. Yeah.
Turgon, you just had to move out of my line of sight. Okay. I will move into the room. Too far away. Dang. Okay, I will move again.
Okay.
And then I'll spend my last action doing a recall knowledge on this tree.
All right. You have not seen a tree of this type before, and so far you haven't seen enough to really understand what's going on with it.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Seen before your turn. Let me double check here. So there is another surge of this energy through the room. Again, much of it is being kind of like sucked up into these pipes now. So there's less in this half of the room, but still there's kind of a lot of it is directed up towards this thing's roots and kind of like through where this thing is standing and ends up sloshing above this side of the bowl and kind of coming over the edge of the bowl, and this stuff moves in this kind of weird, interesting way. It's not falling quite as fast as water would, but at the end of this round, it will kind of cover this whole section.
Uh-oh.
There's also this spray, this rain of that ley line energy that fills these spots. Turkan, you just like barely... Oh no, that is technically in one of your squares. These are pretty small. Turkan, go ahead and make me a... Oh, of course. Of course, that's not how the macro works. Go ahead and make me a reflex save versus this familiar friend.
Good old ley line zap.
Okay.
Oh. Oh no.
I thought that might be coming. All right. On a regular failure, you are slowed 1 and you take the full damage of this. As opposed to the double damage you were about to take.
Oh, what? My goodness.
And then Scene, it is your turn.
Okay. Really, I don't know if this is gonna work. Also, am I within range? Okay, it says if I can you see my line?
Yeah.
Okay. It says this is 30 feet.
I do think it's wrong. I need to... Oh, no, it's correct. That's 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, like I said, I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm going to try and fear.
Okay. Let me see.
Scare that tree.
I'm like, does a tree...
Have fear.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
Well,
question.
really, all you have to worry about is if its will save is high or not. Or, it's a mental effect. Does a tree have a brain? Oh, it does.
It regular succeeds.
Huh.
And
Wow.
So it's...
something about its stance does kind of like tighten as you cast this spell. And you're...
Something about the tree's stance, huh?
Yeah, well, you don't have a face to recognize. I can't just say you don't fucking know if it's feared. I guess. I guess I could give no information.
How's this freaking tree good at will and reflex?
It has some kind of mobility. Well, that's the thing, is it's not good at will.
It just rolled well. God damn it.
And it's actually not like that good at reflex. It is slightly above average at reflex.
But its fortitude is enormous.
Yeah.
Good job hitting it with all the different saves in the same turn.
We're experimenting hardcore.
Well, and normally I wouldn't even bother trying to use plant.
Yeah, there is something interesting going on with this tree for
Clearly
sure.
not a plant though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to get closer to it.
I mean, so far it's been the splashes we gotta worry about more than the
Yeah.
tree itself.
There's still this whole wave of leyline energy hanging in the air, like right here, about to crash down. So
Maybe don't run into that.
yeah, it's up to you.
I'll just close the door.
You're like, we're done, actually. Rip Steris, turn on an Armis.
And by Grub.
Okay, I'm just going to... I'll do a Concordant Choir. Titan.
Okay.
Just a single action.
Okay. So it rolls its fortitude save. Oh, rolls a 3.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. I figured it's a tree. It's probably pretty fortified.
I figured it's a tree. It couldn't dodge a fireball. Here we are.
I appreciate you doing that before me, because I also had planned to fireball it.
Wait, so since it succeeded, it just takes half, right?
Yeah, correct. So go ahead and roll the damage. Okay. So it takes half.
Okay, and that's my turn.
And as well as it kind of like shielded itself in kind of like scattered the sound waves of this choir with its branches. There's nothing that seems to be inherently sturdy against sonic damage here. On its turn, oh fuck, okay. Next time I'll do this when the surge actually happens, but as that surge happened, just before Scene's turn, that energy kind of like flowed up through its bark again, gathered in its canopy. And this time, instead of like more or less harmlessly scattering to the edge of the walkway to the metal bits around the room, it kind of seems to intentionally hold on to it. It all gathers in the top of its boughs. And then it just like throws its branches up. I may have misread an action. Stand by.
I knew it.
But it is
do you
it is
mean?
collecting all of this energy. That is true. It doesn't get to use it right now.
Oh.
Oh god, it's charging its solar beam.
If we just
Yeah, he's
kill it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, let's just kill it
Yes.
because we're doing a real good job of that.
Yes, we are. Correct.
Let me see. Okay, real quick. Okay. It actually is going to use that right away.
Oop.
Um,
Wow.
Solar beam.
it gathers all of that energy, and then there is a loud crack and an explosion as 30 feet around it is just enveloped in sound and flame
Oh.
and electricity.
That's nice.
Yeah, screw you too.
Wow.
I'm not particularly close.
The folks in
Oh,
the
I guess it
doorway
is
are
from the
just
center.
out of range, but yeah, it
I
is
guess
from
it
the
is from
center.
the
Yeah, yeah,
center.
yeah. Enemies down.
Wait, am I technically not in it?
You are
Oh,
in
no,
it.
you're in
you
it.
are.
You're in it.
cornered in it.
Super in it.
Okay.
Your little
Sorry,
toesies are dipping in.
So,
Yeah.
if you let me target you guys. That's what I need to do. Stand by. Oh, it did it for me. That's so nice.
So nice.
So nice. Kablam.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a
Hey,
reflex save.
Aincrad, I'm gonna ask that you delay your initiative.
Who?
Okay? Just delay it till after I go, it'll be fine.
Wait, who are you asking to delay?
Turris. I can't see you.
Oh boy.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
Oh
I am a hero
no,
queen. Maybe
that's
I can fix this.
terrible.
Oh my.
Okay.
At least it's
Damn
just
it.
damage.
Ugh.
Oh, and Armis has to roll too, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
What is that, a reflex save?
Yeah.
He couldn't possibly fail too, right?
Apparently not. Apparently you're just fine.
Wow. Oh my god. So I'm taking full and Turkon's taking double.
Oh.
Yeah, Turkon's taking 80.
Oh.
Well, instead of taking the 80 damage,
Uh-huh.
hold on. I gotta find it.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. At least you're just alive. You took no damage there. Good.
I
Yeah.
guess it's time to use that.
Armis just hits the deck and is totally fine. Oh my god. All right.
Armis is too busy trying to figure out how to put this freaking wheel back on. It's freaking.
He's like, I
Nozzle.
gotta hurry before.
whew.
I can't let anyone else.
Turris
I
yelled
So-
at me.
To be
Can't let anyone
clear-
know that he did this.
It isn't that
Oh.
Turkan takes no damage. It is that Turkan gets blasted into the wall, like was focused on turning this valve. This explosion goes off. Turkan looks at it, takes it like fully, gets blasted into the wall, leaves like cracks and dents in this like metal inlaid stone wall, and like stumbles forward, his front half just like fried.
Oh.
And you see him kind of go down, kind of like kneel and almost just pass out, and then this glow kind of emanating from like the pauldron that he is wearing, and then like and is back to Corbin, and then covering all of his body, just like restores, just gets rid of all the char, gets rid of these places where you see like the explosion just like ripped open his front half, and for a moment you're like, he's torn apart, and like his front half is like bleeding and completely charred, and then over the course of a second or two, that is all healed by the light of Vesgal. You are also no longer slowed, so that's nice.
A little bonus.
Yeah.
Take that tree.
but that was only 2 of the Willow's actions. He's not in range
Oh no.
of Armis, but he does crawl that way. Sure can. Go ahead. You've just gone through a whole experience.
Oh, you're
Am I
just
able
perfectly
to-
fine now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He used
Am
Amazing.
I
can
able
focus
to,
my
avoid
energy on
this
myself? God.
thing?
you can run over. You can try to. If you use an action to leap over it, you're totally fine. You'll just be able to
Just use
hop
an
it.
Action to leap over.
Yeah, it will be an extra action to leap over, but you can get to the next valve in 1 action, leap with 1 action, and then like try to turn it
And
if
then
that's what
try
you're. Yeah.
to- okay.
So it doesn't stop you from doing what you're trying to do, but you do have to take some care to avoid it. Go ahead and give me an athletics check if you're trying to crank on this valve. Holy shit! I don't have anything to give you on a crit. I don't have any bonus on a crit.
Only things to punish
It's a little
you if
stuck,
you
but
fail.
turns it instantly.
Yeah. I guess like, you know what? The currently like scattered spray of this ley line energy gets sucked away as well. So opening this valve clears off those spills. And I'll
Alright, well, I guess they're...
turn it green in a sec. And yeah, it's to Turris' turn.
I guess I'll defer my turn until Isha's done.
I think you actually just
Oh,
don't
well,
need to now.
I get it,
'cause-
yeah. So it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It was to protect you from the damage Armis was taking, but Armis just
Didn't care.
just hit the deck, got out of the explosion. So Armis stands back up with the handle in his hand.
He's just outside of 30 feet from me, isn't he?
Yeah, he has just moved out of range of 30 feet. Let me see, there's like a 25 there. I need to get yeah, he's at 35 feet.
Act together right now. Step forward 1. Actually, no, I don't want to get closer to him, but that's it. And then Armis is gonna try to get this thing back on and fix it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll let Armis use both of the act together actions to like reattach this handle and crank on it. So go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Oh,
There we go.
that's good.
Regular success. So he's able to open this valve, and these two kind of start pumping out energy. This one kind of like pumps energy straight downward. So what's going on? It's like an L valve. Can't show it very well on the map. Doesn't matter. Anyway. So yet more of this energy is pulled out. You will only be rolling 1d4 at the end of each turn. For the spray.
And,
for the amount of, never mind.
You said that was 2 actions for Armis, right?
Yeah.
So I got 1 action left, and that's gonna be. Let's see here. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Or do I know what I'm gonna do? Let's see here. You can't act together twice in 1 turn, can I?
It says once per round.
Yeah. I can't even do that. Okay. In that case, please be Turris right now. Stop doing that. Okay, there we go. Pew, pew, pew. Stupid slow tree.
I do think Armus only has 25 feet of movement, not 35.
No, he's got 35.
What?
He's I can't change it in this character
okay.
sheet, but he's got 25 in like his speed, but can't edit it. But he's got plus 10 thanks to one of the Eidolon features.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't edit it. I've tried to.
Yeah, I can't edit it either. I'll try to give him like fleet or something.
Yeah, he's got 35 movement.
Okay.
And then Turris will just go there.
Okay. You are stepping towards this hanging wave of leyline energy. Kind of like hovering over this section.
Am I out of it or am I in it?
You
right
are
now?
stepping into
You're
it.
in it.
Okay, well, you know, maybe I'll stay right where I was then. Maybe I'll just be...
Having been reminded of the
Having been
impending
reminded, yeah. Is this in it right here, or do I need to...
You need to go one more, yeah. Yep. How long?
It's like, where is my ruler?
Oh, okay. It is actually no longer feared.
Okay.
The fear ended at the end of its turn. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the thing, by the way, that gives it a plus 10.
Alacritus? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll try to add that somehow. Oh, you guys are just trying to make this tree feel so stupid.
Correct.
It is so stupid.
Oh, yay! Finally.
Stupefied, please. There we go.
I just need you to do another one of those for me.
Ah, okay, sorry. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
The time warp is stronger, increasing the condition's effects, but making it run its course faster. Condition's value is 3, lasts for 2 rounds. Okay. Holy.
Okay, so it's enfeebled 3.
That's a lot of enfeebled.
The clumsy and stupefied are 3 as well now, right?
No, it is either.
Oh, either. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
or.
Okay.
Yeah, it is or.
Or.
Not what I meant to do. Get rid of that. I'm trying to edit this shit. Why won't it let me? Isn't there usually a pencil here? What's going on? Whatever.
Yeah, you just left click the enfeebled.
Okay, so he's enfeebled 3 for 2 rounds. Let me make an extempore effect. Okay, cool.
Right.
2
To
rounds.
get
that's
out of
okay.
the splash zone. Out of the splash zone and healing myself. Oops. What the hecky? Just a second. There we go.
All right. Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a d4, by the way, Stairs.
Uh-oh.
As another surge of this energy kind of arrives, there's another spray landing about the room. No one is hit by any of it, and then that wave finally falls on the east side. I didn't describe it as getting through the door, so it's not going through the door. It splashes threateningly
Very
close, but it
kind
does
of
not
you.
actually hit Isha.
Threatening close. Isha has her mouth open, ready
I forgot.
to lap it
I forgot to set a light blocking wall over there.
up.
Scene, it is your turn.
Okay. Guy sucks.
Oh, here's that button. Also, now that that round is kind of over and everyone is watching this thing move around, everyone's the kind of wave of electric water is out of your way. You see that the kind of like top boughs of this thing are actually a little bit like charred from that explosion. The very like ends of the branches are kind of like kind of raw and leafless.
So I like to leave my enemies.
Raw and leafless. Yes.
Just
I'm
the
gonna try.
leaves are more patchy, and you get the feeling that it couldn't gather up quite so much energy again.
I'm gonna try to use Ill Omen.
Regular success. Oh, that means it's unaffected by this one? I apologize.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, by the spell description.
Lame.
It's pronounced LeMay.
Just gonna try and shoot it with an I-beam.
All right.
Even though it has a range increment.
Might still hit. It's currently easier to hit because of all the effects Isha has placed upon it.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Nope. Okay. That's it for me, unfortunately.
Okay. So, this thing does kind of suck up some of that energy. It does store some of the electricity in its boughs, but again, not quite so violently. It's going to... Armis has moved quite far from it. Can it get in range like this? It's going to climb this way, climb up kind of like into this ley line energy that is splashed onto the walkway, suck up some of that. It's not quite in range of anything, so it moves again. Just like up, almost entirely blocking this doorway. And then these branches kind of slap down through the door, this time at you, Isha.
Kind of rude.
A little rude. Quite rude. Very rude.
Ooh,
Yeah, go for it.
owie.
Oh, I forgot to... it's fine. Stand by. So the branches cut at you, kind of leaving jagged slices. But he has also collected... I forgot to drag this on him, that's why. He has collected lightning this turn, and so there is an additional 1d6 electrical damage, which is, of course, doubled to
Of course.
8. So an additional 8 electric
Yes,
damage.
which I will take later.
I thought
Okay.
it didn't do any more electrical damage because of the explosion ability.
It gathered again.
It gathered again. It gathered some electricity in its boughs. It can't... The way it kind of, like, concentrated all of the energy, it seems like it can't do that again. But it can still kind of, It can hold enough to add just a little bit of a taser effect to its slaps. That's his turn. Turkan, go ahead.
I was going to delay my turn until after Turris.
Okay, sure. Turris, go ahead.
Act together. And Armis is gonna try to crank that valve.
All right. Go ahead and give me the athletics check.
Crank that valve.
Ooh. Not quite able to get this valve open. He's like trying, pulling on it, but it doesn't budge.
I can use another action to try again, though, right?
I think so. Yeah, you can. I believe so. I believe you can command your Eidolon. I believe that's true.
We act together anyhow, and I'm gonna bark. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm
Bow, wow,
gonna ignition this guy.
That is a hit. So you try to blast it with fire, and it seems
What
to
the-
just lick across its bark. Not quite scorching it. There's like a little bit of a burn mark on the bark, but it doesn't go any deeper than kind of surface level here. It seems with that explosion, with all the energy that kind of courses through it, it seems adapted to handle high heat and the like.
Anti-magic tree.
There's plenty of magic that's worked on it.
An anti.
So wait, did Armis get a second go on that one? Or is
Nabbit.
He tried again.
Rolling.
Okay. Unfortunate.
What?
They're just not quite there. It's squeaking.
Oh my god. An 18 doesn't do it?
Nope.
Can't believe I rolled 3 times to get this stupid thing on.
Wait, what is he should throw in
Oh.
dice?
Sorry, Turkan held his initiative.
Oh, it's fine.
But-
It just he can do his
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I don't really care.
This doesn't look like it affects
Doing all
your...
this stuff anyways. It doesn't affect him at all.
Yeah, that's fine. Turkan goes over, grabs the parts of the valve that Armis is not holding on to, cranks, and manages to get it to budge, opens it up. The last valve is open, drawing energy out of this chamber. and you can see already, like very little is kind of like left to get sucked up by this tree. While the whole tree was crackling before with the energy that it was drawing up. Now only what it has recently stored in its branches is still there, and you don't see it kind of these waves of energy going up towards the branches anymore. It will not be able to consume more energy.
Good.
Alright, so I'm assuming I had to do an action to jump over that puddle. that's right
Yeah,
there?
yeah, correct.
Yeah, so that's all my actions then.
All right. Isha, it looks like you kind of already went through your turn for the most part.
Yeah, I'm gonna block half the damage.
Okay. Sounds good. Then, Steris, go ahead.
All right.
Or it's not. It's 24 plus 8.
Okay. Yeah, it was 32 damage total. Most of it slashing, 8 of it electric. Okay. Alright, you're blasting it with this thunder strike. Maybe... where exactly do you aim? Oh, it's just like an attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It'll make the reflex save.
Does super good.
Yeah, so he will take half damage from this. The electricity is kind of again drawn inward to its bow, but it does take the sonic damage. The electric part of the damage just kind of rolls over its bark through its branches and gets stored.
Store the electric damage from Sarah's attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so no using electric is what I'm hearing.
No electric and no fire. That's like everything I have. Damn. Okay. Is there another wave of energy gonna be splashing anywhere? Can't recall.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. I will move a bit closer then. Sorry, I'm trying to position myself so I'm not in it. I think that's the closest I can get.
Okay.
Yeah, that works for me.
At the end of the round, it seems like, first of all, the energy that was kind of here kind of seeps back down through the stone back into the bowl here. Same with the puddles around the room. It seems like there's going to be another kind of violent upswell drawn towards the roots here, but it is redirected into all of the pipes and gets sucked up before it can kind of splash over the edges. And it neither charges the tree nor splashes over the walkway with all of the valves open. Xenobox, it is your turn.
Okay. God, I'm trying to look at what I have that doesn't use like fortitude saves. Turris, do you need to be healed? Are you doing okay on health?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't slap me, I'm good.
Yeah. its current stupefied, enfeebled.
Yeah. Did the first two effects of that, did that only last until the end of its turn? I forget. I know the enfeebled lasts another round. Befuddle is just one round. Yeah, so it actually loses the clumsy and stupefied. After Isha's turn.
I'm going to lingering composition. How do I put this in the chat? Dirge of Doom.
Okay. Right. So just is frightened. That's cool.
So, yeah. And we'll do performance roll. So I think that should be for 3 rounds.
Okay.
So as long as it's within 30 feet of me, I think.
Yep.
Is the condition.
Yep.
It's frightened.
Let me reset. Reset the lightning collection since it was hit with a lightning spell since its last turn. Yeah, you still have actions. Okay.
Yeah, I think I should still have. I don't know if this will work. I'm gonna try and use Curse of the Evil Eye.
Evil.
I don't know if a tree can be sickened, but
Make this tree sick.
ugh.
This one
Does
cannot be,
nothing.
apparently. At least this turn.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna click the use button, just so that it goes
Okay.
away.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Well, let's see. Turris and Isha in front of you, you see this tree kind of like start to twist, and you hear bark crack, and it twists and twists and twists. And then, releasing that stored electricity energy, spins back
No.
into place.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have targeted you two here first. Let me do this. Oh, it's supposed to be 10d6. That's my bad. Hold on, stand by. Don't roll this. 10d6.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Oh good. Oh yeah, that yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
That was yeah. Thanks. Yeah, that was. How do I get a reflex saving throw?
What was that? Sorry. Yeah, yes, reflex save. There's like a link in the stat block for it.
I don't see that link, so I'm just going to roll.
Well,
It's
no, you see
the
where it says
code.
rolling dynamo? Click where it says basic reflex.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh
I gave the recap, right? I got another hero point.
You do have an extra hero point. I don't know if you've used it yet.
What I do?
No.
No, it's
didn't
just the
recap
one
this
you didn't
session.
use last session. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. You weren't here for the recap this session.
Those expire.
I was joking. That was a
That's
joke.
no bad. That's no bad.
No.
I take double damage?
Correct.
Oh.
Owie!
Get knocked back by the whirling dynamo of electric branches. Fall unconscious, I believe, unless anyone has a reaction here.
76. How many damage were you killed? How many did you have left? Oh, you're too far away from me anyway. Yep, he's dead.
Okay. Then Armus pops out of existence as well.
Mm.
Goes to give you a thumbs up, Turkan, and then just fades out.
It's that one meme where the guy gives you, the peace sign
Yeah.
and just vanishes.
Oh no.
Whirling Dynamo, that's 3 actions. That's its whole turn. Technically, you guys are off guard to its future attacks for a minute. It is no longer
Oop.
electrically charged. Let me see, how does this...
Watch as I roll 2 nat ones in a row.
Oh, no. Oh, no! Not the called shot on the nat one.
One.
Oh. Oh, we're doing so amazing.
Well, yeah. Things have
perhaps
started to look...
Cause for retreat.
Oh god, kitten farts.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Turris is technically supposed to be... Oh, it moved it. Safe. Okay.
Wow, automation.
Yeah. Turris, that is 35 healing for you. So you pop up. Well, pop up feeling a little more fried. And yeah, Stairs, it is your turn. This tree is...
Yeah.
You guys have disabled the thing fueling this tree, but it is still looking awfully healthy itself.
Sure is. Man. My whole thing is fire and lightning. What the hell?
It's only immune to the one. The other one is just a little tough to.
And throws back
Yeah.
at us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Well-
don't think that's better.
You've only observed it absorbing and being immune to electricity. It has been resistant to fire, but it's never sucked the fire up. Just to be... I'm not giving advice on how to kill it. I'm just saying... I'm just being clear about what you've
You're
observed.
just recapping.
I'm not
Okay.
saying everyone should prepare fireball next time.
Shoot
I mean, I
fireballs
do-
out of my eyes.
Okay. Isha got Turris up. I will. Let's see what this does to it. Perhaps it's unholy and this will work out nicely for me.
It's a hit.
That's how to start.
Oh yeah, only does spirit damage against unholy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, you blast it with this holy light, and you do see kind of a place where you have roasted off some of the bark, kind of like explodes outward onto the walkway. In comparison to its whole body, and it's not like grievously wounded, but it did leave a mark.
Okay. And then I'll try to throw one of these at it.
Ooh, okay.
What do we think?
Why did it say? Oh, 6. Okay. I see. Oh, I should have hit that other button.
God.
Regular succeeds, so it will take half. I don't know if it does. It take the persistent damage?
Yeah, it takes half the persistent damage.
Okay. Okay. The direct damage wasn't quite enough for it to scorch. But...
Okay.
Scene of Action, it is your turn.
Is the plan to run?
I don't know if we've agreed upon a plan. We are chipping away at it, though. Kind of.
Yeah.
What about your eye beams? You got any of them left?
Or don't and just use magic missile. Yeah. Force barrage.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I was just gonna force barrage.
That's valid.
Yeah,
It's a kind of eye beam.
Yeah.
6 of these, I think.
Yeah, 6. So just
6, 11,
yeah.
13, 16, 21.
Just you send the volley of missiles in there, impacting on different points of it. None of them do like huge explosions of damage in one spot, but you are tearing it, like snapping off multiple branches, blowing away pockets of leaves, leaving scars all over this tree.
It's wild that it still says barely hurt.
No one has done anything to the tree.
I'll have you know.
No one has done more
damage, fireball.
Yeah, I was like, no one has done more than 10 damage to the tree before that moment.
It has been a lot of chip damage.
Yep.
That was the most damage it's taken in one go. The force barrage.
I want to get up.
That's a good plan. Yeah.
It's a whole action though, and it's in my face right now.
It is in your face.
Does it look like it? Does it still look like it wants to Whomping Willow me?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I have any one action spells? I do. It's called Protect Companion. But guess what?
Yeah? Oh. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Run Around the Corner.
Okay, it's a good move. It does have the counter spell for that.
No.
So, you
No.
and you try to move
Can I
away.
use my reaction to do this to try to stop him?
What reaction?
That's the strike one that I have.
Oh,
Reactive strike.
that doesn't have anything to trigger on against this, unfortunately.
Wait, can I step away from it and then move? 'Cause I do have 2 actions.
You can step twice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
do
can
that
get
then.
where you are by stepping twice.
Okay,
kind of
I'm gonna
cautiously
do that
backing
instead
up.
of.
So you like
Yeah.
turn to run, and you see it like its branches kind of raise up, and then you kind of like get in a more defensive position and kind of creep around the corner.
Step left, step right. I'm out.
Okay. A root kind of launches in after Turris kind of like walks around the corner. But it cannot see Turris anymore, so it is going to try to trip Cinevox Shin.
How does that work?
Very rude.
How does
a
it work in
minute.
what? Oh, just because
How
he's a
does it
floating thing.
trip
It's
Scene?
just gonna try to knock him off balance, and if Scene gets knocked off balance, he falls prone.
Okay.
This is against your reflex DC, 10 plus your reflex save. What is that?
23.
Okay, so this succeeds, so you are knocked prone.
Okay, but I know that this is not going to do anything because I'm awful at athletics. But
Okay.
because I have it, I'm gonna upstage him.
Okay.
It.
Oh,
Yep.
So I get to try and make an athletics check.
Okay.
I don't
Can I
even know
crit
if you
This doesn't.
could
Can I
succeed
crit it?
if you even beat a success.
Yeah.
And this doesn't cancel what he's trying to
I'm-
do, but you can try to. That check doesn't get a
Mhm.
critical success. Okay. All right.
I don't even know if I can get a critical success because I have a -1. But hey,
You cannot.
yeah.
But you try. You try to kind of like trip it with its own root, and then you just end up falling prone. And do not quite manage to upstage it. You are. Why am I? They must have changed the icon for prone. No, there it is. I'm just dumb. Okay. So it yanks its root back from you, and then it'll try to just slap at you again with the root once.
Not very nice.
Not very nice. Not very nice at all. Slaps you for 32
Wait.
damage.
Okay.
Meanwhile, its branch kind of like whips around, and he tries to bring it down on... That's the wrong roll. It's fine. It's a miss anyway. I accidentally rolled with the root, but all good. That's the end of its turn.
Oh look, it takes 3 fire damage. Oh wait.
I'm going to go ahead and say, just so I don't have to roll for this every turn, I'm going to say that the fire kind of licks at it for a turn. You see that it doesn't do anything beyond, like, surface damage to the bark, and then kind of peters out. Oh, you hit it. You hit it, and bark cracks and yields under your hammer.
Good. I'm doing full damage to this thing.
Yep.
Alright.
Another hit, wow. Yeah, you were taking chunks out of this thing with one swipe and then another. And
Nope. We all knew it was coming, right?
of
Oh,
course.
we gotta have at least one.
Stairs, go ahead.
Not the stairs.
Yeah, Isha, jeez.
Isha.
was like, I really don't have shit for this guy.
I know. Yeah.
There you go, I guess. Critically fail.
Please.
Please, yeah.
Regular fail.
Damn.
What full damage?
We are chipping away.
Yeah, I guess I'll just
Buddy.
I guess use my last action to recall knowledge.
Okay.
I don't know nothing.
Yep, you do not recall much about this tree.
We recall we dislike it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, perhaps my fireball will be more effective then.
Perhaps.
Now let's place it carefully.
There's enough. There's plenty of
As
space to
not-
place it without roasting turkey.
As not to get like not six.
It will still technically take damage.
Yeah. But technically, it's taking damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, maybe technically not.
No.
No, my God!
The fire
Oh,
explodes.
it's taking it is taking half and then reducing it by 10, I see.
Yes. It kind of like covers itself with its boughs again. And the fire just kind of like rolls over the boughs. Doesn't knock anything loose. Except a couple of leaves.
All right. I'm making my way towards the door.
All right. Cedar Buckshit, go ahead.
Can I try to get up, I guess?
Yeah, you can.
Or you could just cast 6 magic missiles from the floor.
I'm out of 3rd level spell slots, but I could cast at least three magic missiles. I also could use the Wand of Shard Storm.
That is true.
I don't know what the benefit of using that over. After you cast the spell, an additional shard or shards are released from the wand.
Yeah, just keep sending out a single missile every turn. After the first one.
What? That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And as it upgrades, it copies the version of the spell. So the 3rd level version casts 2 missiles.
Oh my god. So how do I just use it? And when I use it, it casts Force Barrage?
Yeah, you use the wand to cast Force Barrage. And then it kind of like activates the per turn thing while you're holding the wand.
Oh, okay. Right now, laying on the floor, how many actions would it be to get this from my bag, I think?
It's probably like on your quote unquote belt. Whatever that looks like for a scene.
Okay.
Yeah, is it worn? That's important.
It is probably one action to retrieve it. And you
Okay.
if you do not already, then after today you will have some kind of pouch that you wear upon your person where you can quickly retrieve objects like wands and scrolls and potions for one action instead of the 2 of digging in your bag.
Yeah, I'll do that. So then I have it, and then I just cast Force Barrage.
Okay.
For 2 actions, I guess.
All right.
So I will roll 2. So at the start of each of my turns. Okay.
Yeah, you let loose another missile.
And the dogs of war.
Turris.
I cast Cry in a Corner. Can I peek around this? Because I can't see where the thing is right now.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
like-
can here. You see it very.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. How far am I if I were right here? Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll just stay right behind Scene for now. My beach ball of a friend. And I'm going to try something completely different.
Alrighty.
Screw you!
That's a fail.
Eat acid, stupid tree.
You splash acid at this thing's roots and it takes full damage. Doesn't critically fail, so it doesn't have the persistent, but the acid does eat away at its bark quite readily.
Take that! That's my turn.
All right. The willow does not like getting blasted by things it can't reach, doesn't like getting hit by this big cow thing. It is going to try
How the
to
trick knows.
not just kind of dumb actually. It's going to try to slap a Turkon with a branch. Oh, would have been a crit without the enfeeble. Which I think goes away. Maybe that's already. Whatever. It hits you for 17 damage. No electricity. And it's going to start kind of lurching away. It will move down the hill at full
Well, if
speed.
it's moving out of my thing, I can't use my reactive strike on it.
That is correct.
Smack it! Give her smack it,
See if you get a crit to stop it from moving. I guess crits don't stop the move, huh? Only things with the manipulate. So go ahead and make the swing.
Yeah, disruptive stance to stop
Yeah.
like movement.
All right, you hit it as it turns and tries to lurch away, taking up another big chunk. And it for the first time, there's kind of its whole form kind of like quivers, and from multiple points on it, there's just like this how to put it? Just a screech, just a nonsensical screech. No actual words, but definite displeasure.
If I was standing on this side, would I still be able to reach it?
You would need 15-foot reach to reach it from here.
Just stand in the shit. Fine.
Is this stuff still here, or is it all gone?
It's still flowing through the bottom of the bowl. It's just getting sucked up towards the valves, but there still is energy kind of suffusing the bowl.
No.
And I haven't been describing it much, but there are still violent surges that come up that just happen to get absorbed by the pipes instead of getting fully absorbed by the tree or splashing up on the walkways. So
Well, I'm gonna try something.
okay.
A little something.
Well, I'm gonna use
Oh
my
yeah.
flight ability.
Oh my god, and it's equal to your speed. All right. So it's one action.
Until the end of my next turn.
Yeah,
So-
one action to turn it on.
1 action to fly over.
Mm-hmm.
Can I place myself in a way where I won't get hit by these splashes?
If you're flying above it, you probably won't get touched by the splashes since they're all getting kind of like sucked up to the corners. Since you won't be like standing in the bowl.
Can't be pickpocketed, huh?
Dang.
Oh
it's a darn shame.
Yeah.
Doesn't got pockets.
It may be real dumb, but it no fool.
There's a difference between being dumb and a fool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. All right. You come in swinging. Lopping off branches, leaves everywhere. Another
So-
screech.
It was an action to use my thing, and then another action to move, and then my third to attack, right?
Yep, correct. You should go ahead.
I have seen this strategy one too many times. I'm not moving.
Not gonna be drawn back in.
No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So it moved out of the range of the fear now, and its enfeebled is also gone, right? Like it's been 2 rounds.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. Fine, I will move.
No.
I'll do this
All
one,
the way in.
and then I will cast this 1 action spell.
Befuddle.
Oh, it's 2 actions.
That is
Oh, it is 2 actions.
Monka. It's not time skip. Oh, it's out of range. Wait, is it? Oh my god, I'm pissed.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, me too.
You're so right for that, you know? Let me do some math. Okay. We'll go like that.
Okay.
And then I need this tree to
That also looks like
make a will save.
30 feet.
Oh my god.
I know, I'm running into the same problem.
It
Mitchel.
is so funny because like I'm used like this map is so
It is a large map.
strangely large.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big room.
Okay, well fuck you, I guess.
All right.
Oh no.
Truly, this would be a great Neshev
What?
run. Oh my god.
This, yeah. Get it. Get him,
Okay, so take 30. So just let me double that.
Yeah. Just
Ah!
needles blasting at this thing. Again, just like leaves falling down like a tree in a hailstorm. Just branches falling over, getting cut by the needles. It's starting to look really rough, actually.
No, don't that. You're lying. You're making it up.
You're making it up. Okay. Seeing that Turkon's still in this room alone, Stairs is not going to leave him. So she's turning back around to try to get in range to throw a spell at him.
All right.
This worked for Turris.
And it
so hopefully
fails?
works for me.
takes 5 more acid damage. The acid blistering its increasingly broken bark.
I will say, our cow does look really cool right now.
Yeah.
I know, he looks so fucking cool right now.
Yeah, there is a bit of a thing here as this ley line energy is flying around. Some of it is kind of like drawn up to the hammer in the wings of Maratan currently at his back.
Our cow looks really cool.
Our cow looks really cool right now.
We're a cool looking cow.
Yeah. All the effects.
Scene of Akshin.
Shoot a magic missile. And then shoot more magic missiles.
And then even
yeah.
more.
Then even more magic missiles.
I get to blast him with one.
I can't wait for them to make a 4-armed race so that a wizard can just have 4 wands in their hands.
I thought they already had a 4-armed race and they were just like, but you can't really use 4 arms because balance.
If you can tell me what they were, I'd be able to tell you.
Okay. I think the flesh warp can have an extra hand.
Okay, so this is just the free one that I get.
All right. Kapow!
And then I'm just gonna hit him with 3 more.
All right. 120 feet on the force barrage. Give me another one! 1, 2, 3. Okay. 7, 9.
2, 3, 4, actually.
Whatever, man. 1, 2, 3 on the dice, all right?
Oh, I'm still prone.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
You're not rolling anything.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can just stay there. It's all good.
Yeah.
You're taking a little rest.
It is really funny to think about.
Yeah. Just see it on his back, just like blasting.
Just waving the wand around from the floor. What do you think, Turris?
Turris, it's all you. You got this.
Oh, I got this. Okay. Well, how would I even?
I know, we're really using our brain power to figure this one out.
I can't touch it on that side
Whereas
of the
me,
friggin-
it's fly up, hit thing, fly
Yeah.
away.
Turcon's like, you won't get away from me.
Okay.
Just
so
let it
I
have
go
one more
like-
turn. Nothing could go wrong.
I mean, I'd really love for it to not have another turn, but...
This is the close. Can I get there? Hold on. Let's
Just run in.
see. I think I'm.
It'll be fine.
It'll be Voice getting progressively more high-pitched.
Now remind me. The electricity thing, it doesn't
Don't.
take reduced damage, it just stores the damage. Well, yeah,
Don't electric it.
don't electric it, huh?
It's immune-ish.
Is it immune?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only long range thing I got. Otherwise, I need to get within 30 feet of this.
It's got to be like, you know, what happens when you overload the reactor core, right? So just like keep pumping it full of electricity,
No.
and maybe it'll explode again.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, maybe it'll explode again, and then everyone will take 80 damage.
Yeah, and then we'll just all die in the reverse dome.
It's called a bowl. It's just a bowl.
The Underdome.
Reverse dome is so funny.
Reverse dome. I can't believe you said reverse dome.
It's so funny.
Like, what in
There's
the
a
world?
dome going above. It's a big sphere. There's a dome above, and then the bottom
So
of the
reverse dome.
dome.
See, we
reverse
didn't have the
dome.
full picture.
It's the downward dome.
The downward dome.
No.
I'm gonna tell
Alright.
I'm telling Josie you're making fun of me.
Here we go. Here we
gonna
go.
Oh,
Oh, big whammies.
Barely.
Just barely.
You're getting like
Yeah.
one branch.
Yeah, that. Literally, I can just barely do that.
I think the only. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can get him with it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll let you do it if you hit Turkan as well, but no, there's a spot. There's an angle.
You're kidding! I need an anti-hero point for this guy.
They added a thing called mythic points that we could incorporate that can let you fuck with enemies if you skill into it.
Lucky you, you get another turn. Congratulations.
Excellent.
I do think that if we did Mythic, it would be interesting for people to discover their Mythic Destiny without, like, knowing what it is.
It would be. All right, Turkan, this entire
Are
thing.
we doing like oh jeez, what's the name
The tree
It,
cautiously
of
steps.
Wrath of the Righteous here?
he's hitting.
He cautiously steps to the right,
Rip.
and
This tree is so
Rip.
smart.
he spends
Ironclad.
an action, like pushing the roots back down, kind of the port of this reactor where this ley line energy is coming from, absorbs some of this electricity in a desperate bid for his last strike. Probably last strike. I mean, you guys have gone turns without doing any damage to him before, so we'll see. But probably his last strike before an electrified bow comes
Hey,
swinging
yeah.
at you.
That was shade.
I know, right? That's supposed
For a
to
critical hit?
Oh, buddy.
Owie.
Oh.
Oh, I believe that damage is already doubled.
That is already doubled. You don't have to take
Oh.
81. You only
Oh.
take 42.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah, an 80 damage crit would be nuts at this level.
A little.
Oh.
Enemies barely crit for that much at like level 12. So
Tell that to
You
Nishev.
done fucked up.
it's a little different.
Tree.
Oh! From
Oh.
the 20 to the 2!
Hero point it.
My
Hero point it.
God.
I don't have any
Does
more hero
he
points.
doesn't have a hero point anymore. I
You
know.
go to swing at it the first time, and in
There we go.
in a dramatic display of acrobatics that you have not seen from the tree, the whole thing bends backwards at almost like 90 degrees to get out of the first swing, and then it snaps back.
Oh my god, this tree is Doja Cat.
It snaps back just in time for your second swing. How do you finish this tree off?
I overhand swing this thing into the floor.
Yeah. You just, like, it's snapping back up from dodging your first attack. You bring your enormous hammer down, like, right in the center of the trunk, and it, like, splits down the middle for a couple of feet, and then everyone else sees, like, bark from the pressure of this swing just, like, flying out in a shockwave down its trunk, and the whole trunk just, like, splits into multiple parts, and then this tree is no more.
And then before my flight runs out, I
Yeah, you flee. The wings just barely getting you there. You just touch the edge with the toe of your hoof and then recover, land on the ground.
That was fun.
Ergon's like smiling. It's like, that's
Oh yeah, he's
great.
got the biggest fucking grin on his face.
The rest of us are like heaving. Oh god.
Oh. I forgot to describe it. After you guys turned on all of the valves, also these kind of like overloaded point on the corner that you see in the southwest is gone. There was kind of like a
Oh.
shine.
Yes, I noticed. I thought that was sunshine peeking through.
Yeah,
but-
you couldn't quite tell what it was, what that malfunctioning bit was, but it's another door. Everyone's kind of looking around as they're catching their breath. They're still like sputtering and sloshing in this underdome, but it's getting pulled into the pipes and doesn't seem to be a threat for the moment. And maybe we'll take, I know we're getting towards the end of the session, but we'll take maybe a 5-minute break there.
Oh,
Just so everyone can stretch their legs.
Josu, bite him.
He
Josu!
wants to go outside. He wants snacks and treats so bad.
So do I.
Aw. Oh, is that break for him then? This is a Josu break.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, good boy.
Josu, bite him. He made fun of you.
I am too sore to get up right now, so I am just gonna be here.
I am also just here. Fine, we can just yap.
We'll just wait.
Or wait, yeah.
I'm not saying I couldn't go to the bathroom right now, but I can't be asked to get up right now.
Would you get up right now?
No.
At least I asked.
No, I said asked. Not ask, but ask.
Oh,
Oh.
must be an Australian thing.
It is. You know, despite me being out here for nearly 3 years, I still have points where I'm talking to my coworkers and they say something, and I just get this look on my face like, okay, processing, decoding, translating. What the hell did they just say?
What just happened?
All right, I myself am back a little bit early.
I don't think any of us left, except you.
That seems likely. I didn't actually expect that you guys would just go in on this boss in like one round. I thought you might deal with the mechanics and then like go rest and come back, but man.
You know, we are
I thought the tree was going to follow us, so...
I don't think the tree could have fit through this door, but I'm proud of us
Yeah.
for being so tenacious.
Yeah.
But I am completely out of spell slots. Like, that's not true. I have 1 second level. and
Yeah, I'm getting
2
down
first level.
to, like nothing.
That's I find that very satisfying when I'm like, oh man, I'm actually going through an adventure.
Oh,
day where
yeah.
I'm using all my resources.
Yes. I still have 1 focus point.
Actually, I am mostly fine still.
I can believe that. You lean on focus spells a little more than some of the others. And your focus spells kind of did something to that creature. And you're not burning.
Yeah, well,
you're not burning spell slots on heals as much.
Yeah, well, I mean, in general, I heal by preventing and delaying damage. Which is like a powerful form of mitigation, truly.
All right, let's see. Konnor, Voraktee, are you around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I know Bill's still here. I heard that.
Yep.
So,
You were the only one that got up.
all right, fine.
Yeah, that's what I said. He didn't believe me.
It's not my fault. I'm the only one with a
demanding dog.
A demanding dog and a fear of deep vein thrombosis.
Oh,
What?
What is that?
What is that?
blood clots in your leg.
Yeah. It's truly the streamer killer.
Oh.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
Suddenly I want to get up.
That's what I'm
Seriously,
saying.
we all need to stand immediately.
Oh, I mean, I definitely have those.
Oh, and you're just chilling with them? They're
I
just-
mean, it is what it is. What
if
am I
it
gonna
gets
do?
into your heart or your brain, you're gone, dude.
Sweet,
Scary.
sweet relief.
Okay. Anyway,
I don't
like
like,
it-
those passive suicidal thoughts. We'll be talking later.
I like you say those like they're new.
I know.
So you guys are. Did I pause the game? What the fuck? So you guys
Yep,
are
you
catching
did.
your breath. After that fight, the remains of the kind of like broken tree, kind of like scattered in the bowl. I'll take some cleaning. Yeah. What do you guys do from
Take
here?
some cleaning, you say?
Yeah.
Thomas!
He died.
Yeah, you can spend your 3 actions to,
Oh, you
to
can just
call Armis back.
bring him back. Oh, brought back just to clean.
I have a feeling that it's not so simple as Armis just goes in there and is fine, but maybe it is.
No, he just comes back as a pile of armor on the ground.
A pile of armor. You're just gonna throw him in there.
Yeah, go clean that up, Thomas.
Armis will grumble and go do it.
Okay.
Unless,
This could
unless it's
end
not
badly
actually what
for
Turris
you,
wants to do.
Turris.
He starts
If he
climbing down the ledge. As there is another violent surge of the ley line energy that flows up the side of the bowl towards the pool, or towards the pipes that are sucking it up harmlessly before it gets to any of you, but Armis has to make a reflex save. Versus this, if we need a reminder. I wish this macro worked.
Oh, good. I think I got one nat 20, and then every roll after that, I rolled under like a 10.
Surely it's worth it for the bit. Armis takes double this and is stunned 1, which means you take double that and are stunned 1.
Uh-huh. You gotta stop using Armis like it's not gonna affect you. You are hanging on by a thread, dude.
After a turn, Armis recovers. Technically, it also jumps to the closest person within 10 feet, so Steris, I need you to make a...
Oh no! Oh, okay.
It's the...
Everyone remember, we said it was worth it for the bit.
So you take 32 damage and are also stunned 1? I assume when your turn rolls back around and your stunned wears off, you spend one of your first actions climbing back out.
Now we're both at death's door. Thank you.
I'm just gonna move Armis out. I'm just gonna assume. Oh, ignore that. I clicked a thing.
I'm leaving.
All right, we'll figure this out later.
Yes, we will.
All right. Is everyone kind of is the plan to back out to the entrance and go back downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. We can just switch to this map while you guys go downstairs to rest. Although as you are kind of like walking back, and you are walking through that ethereal space again, I can type. Of course. Isha, you spot a...
Hold on, I'm trying to do a giveaway for the motorcycle mount.
I see. Right. I
What?
need to tune into some streams. Back where you fought the ethereal spiders. You kind of like look off one of the pathways, kind of between the two doors in that ethereal space, and there's just a pair. One of them kind of like askew and knocked over. A pair of silk slippers, silk-lined slippers, really.
He's got to finish his giveaway criteria.
Shouldn't have gone with a roll. Should have just...
So I'm like walking by, I see a portal, and I'm like, oh my god, shoes.
Yeah, not even through a portal, just like on the pathway where you guys were fighting the spiders before. Might have been there before and just not noticed. Or
I like slip them on my front paws as we're like walking out, and I make an obnoxious amount of noise in them.
When you put your front paws into them, there are these little fibers, actually little hairs that kind of like stretch out from the soles and around the side of the soles and then kind of like flex back in. These are slippers of spider climbing. Which you probably...
Ooh.
I don't know if Isha needs, but they're in your inventory for now. Once per hour, they can give you spider climbing. They can give you a climb speed for...
It's funny just for the bits of being loud in shoes.
So for a minute?
Slap
For a
it
whole
on the
minute you
floor.
get to climb once per hour? These shoes are bog. Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Well, it's a good thing I don't need to use my hand.
You guys come back down.
I'm gonna make your life a nightmare with this 3D combat shoe.
3D combat shoe.
You guys come back down from the tower, from the second level of the tower. All a little bit exhausted. Some of you more or less fried. Catch the attention of there are a couple of people kind of hanging out in the common room, kind of at the bottom of the stairs, and they all look toward you as you guys reemerge into the kind of civilized part of the tower.
Hello.
Wow, I'm bad with names today. But the family that you have recently taken on is there. Tithe kind of gives you guys a wave. The dog is barking, great.
No.
Morg.
Jose said we're done.
And Egwin is just like, how did your venture up there go? You all look rather, you look like you've had an adventure.
Ish just walks out.
We're a little worse for wear, but I think successful.
Excellent, good.
we haven't had a chance to fully explore the totality of the upper floor, but most of it from what I can tell.
I'm very curious what you'll find. I've been looking around here a little bit today and found some curious things myself, and it's only kind of the ground floor and outside. The foundation of the tower is newer than the stone of the tower itself?
What?
That's
How's that
correct.
possible?
Yeah. Yeah, that is what I kept thinking to myself. Seems it was made for the purpose of moving the tower here, perhaps? From somewhere else? You never know, with wizards and the like, what's possible?
So I wasn't built here. Interesting.
Both have been here for quite some time now. Haven't been able to get the exact a year estimate yet, but quite some time.
Did you come across any other interesting discoveries?
He kind of like looks at Turris and is like, you mentioned you wanted us to see if we could kind of cross-examine the tower, see if it was anything recognizable from history, and it doesn't seem to be a place of a historically well-known place. I don't want to say it was not historically significant, because if anything, it must have been, given who it belonged to, and but it is not discussed often. It has been kept hidden away well enough, it seems. It's just not very storied in the public knowledge sphere.
Ooh, how exciting.
Probably on purpose. To protect it.
I would imagine so. The Guardians never really... Their abodes were never very common knowledge, and... I imagine after the rebellion and after Pontrasan was slain some years ago, probably were even more secretive.
A novel.
I let my dog in a rope. I'm back.
Look at my...
Thank you. So, how much more work do you believe you have to do up there? What did you see? I'm very curious.
Turris, do you want to describe it or me? Feels weird talking about the tower because you are the tower.
Oh no, please go ahead.
So Steris will describe the kind of ethereal plane, kind of.
He had a tree.
There was a tree, the reverse dome, the ley line energy kind of spilling about.
He looks increasingly bewildered by everything, like every single thing you go over.
It just keeps getting wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah, ether spiders. It was a whole thing. There was a library, though.
Libraries are good. The rest is quickly moving out of my area of expertise.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't recommend anyone else go up until we fully clear the floor and ensure that those spiders can't return.
Quite. Yes. We shall remain down here for certain.
Well, thank you for having a look around.
Yes, and hopefully your accommodations have been good.
Oh, they've been great. It's been very comfortable here.
Excellent.
Pleasant here.
Indeed.
Well, our intention is to rest a while before we clear out the rest of the level.
Seems sensible. You all seem sensible. So it's kind of like looking you all over, but not wanting to offend by the current state of the group.
We know we're rough, though. It's okay. He doesn't have to say it. And I think Steris would just make sure he didn't need anything, or there wasn't anything pressing, and then she'd find her room.
Yeah, no, all of the denizens of the tower seem to currently be good. They're kind of like bustling around, going about their current work. No news yet from either of the kind of away teams doing things, although Apahu is back in I think Apahu went through the door that you guys had to the inn.
Yes, he did.
I think so he's like actually bustling around. He pops in when he hears you guys, and he's like, quick question. So I had entered a door in the inn where instructed, and then when I went to go leave the door, it's now at a cave by a river. And I'm just wondering which way from there to town.
Pahu's never heard of a road before, huh?
The door's not on the road. It's at the mouth of a cave.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
know how to
can't
find a
blame
road, huh?
him.
It's in the middle
You
of the woods.
cannot blame him.
He knows how to find the river that he's at. Could follow the river.
I feel like you owe him an explanation, Isha.
I'm not even there.
Yeah, you
You're
should
not there?
technically. You should
Oh, you
No,
left?
I left.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
well,
saw these people. I was like, I gotta go.
Steris will be like, Isha's the one who should provide you this explanation, but
I don't.
she'll make sure Pahu is
It's
pointed in the right
Yeah.
direction.
like explanation is not necessary. I just need the direction, and then you are able to set him right, and he'll, without even like spending the night here, he will go back through the door and go through the guardhouse, and then head back to town on the other side.
Isha saw all these people and left. I can't believe you. You're such an ass.
That was the first thing I said.
Yeah, I know. I remember now.
You're like, there's
God.
there's a crowd of people. I was like, I'm leaving.
God damn it.
You know, it's probably like mid-afternoon, getting on to evening.
these heels aren't going to spend themselves as they were.
Well, with the Pahu being pointed in the right direction, Ty's getting his update about our progress, Turris will find her rest.
Okay.
Curl up with my book and fall asleep.
I can't wait till we find a potential medical ward somewhere in this tower.
Medical ward.
Right.
You never know.
I wonder how much of our exploration of the floors is just Turris manifesting what he wants himself to be. So perhaps a medical ward is possible if you think you already have one. Just make it reality. I don't know.
If that's the case, then on the top floor is a seraph killing weapon.
Amazing. This is
Wow.
a foolproof plan.
Yeah.
Manifestation is gonna work. Varys tells us the top floor is like 50 levels up. Takes us the entire game to get up there.
What is this, Sword Art Online?
Yeah, that's a bit of how I was imagining it.
If it's sword art, we'd only get halfway and then ditch the main plot.
No, be honest, it was 3/4 of the way, and they're like, let's just forget about those last, 25 floors.
Yeah, I'm so upset.
So
Turris goes to rest, that's for sure.
everyone goes to
Permission to long rest?
Yes, go ahead and long rest. I kind of assume that you guys. Do you have anyone kind of with medical? Anyone trained in medicine? Is anyone?
I am.
Okay.
No, but I do just have 9 heals available, so I'm at full HP.
Okay.
I am also trained in medicine.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are kind of coming back and resting early, so I kind of assume you all can get yourselves to full health.
Bless.
Eudemus.
And you all kind of awaken one by one. Probably Isha first. And as you guys are getting kind of ready for the day, maybe getting ready for another venture upstairs, perhaps. Turris, you kind of sense the arrival of someone you know, kind of jumping back, kind of from the teleportation point down the hill in the valley, and a guest with them. Trying to determine how sharp your senses for like who's coming and going is, but I think it's probably pretty sharp. Maybe extra sharp today after handling kind of some of this internal turmoil with the tree and everything. One of them is Farron, King Oyer Farron.
Ooh.
And he has brought a guest. Quite a large guest.
I was about to ask, a big guest?
Do you allow this big guest to teleport with Farron?
I do.
Okay.
It would be hilarious if I didn't, though.
Let's see. There we go. Okay. So they get teleported to the gate and walk into the courtyard. And Farron kind of like opens the door. And sees you all kind of like in this common area. It's like, good, you're all already gathered. I'm all here. Convenient. I've brought someone who would like to speak with all of you, if you don't mind. My conversations with the giants have gone well. Kind of like looks at the door, kind of like over kind of the door frame. It's like, I don't think our guest will be able to enter. So perhaps we take this conversation outside. If you would like to meet your guest.
Very well, miss.
All right. He nods and he'll gesture for you to follow and then steps outside. And as you walk outside, you see a giant, just over perhaps 15 feet tall, dressed in very fancy, almost ceremonial robes.
Ooh.
Not only is this man a giant, he is a cyclops, only one eye, placed on the center of his head, and kind of like bows his head as you are exiting, and and Farron says, if I may introduce a good friend of mine, the seer of the giants, at least those in the Valley March, Ideus. And he says, it is a pleasure to meet those who have witnessed the shadow fall to the south. I have many questions. And that is where we'll end for the week.
I know this guy.
You do know this guy. And for one, you know this guy. Isha doesn't know this guy. It's a first.
Well, I meant Sarah knows
Yes,
this guy.
correct. Steris has no fucking clue.
Turris has no idea who the hell this guy is.
Yeah.
And I get a chance to use Cyclops. Woo.
Excellent. Excellent.
What did he call it? The Shadow Fall?
Yes. It's not like a proper noun.
That is not.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to write down his word.
Yeah. And yeah, this man seems both anxious and eager to have this discussion. All right. Thank you guys for playing. I had a lot of fun with that session.
Yeah.
I've
Very good.
just decided that I'm going to take this extra shift tonight that work is offering me, so I'm going to jet real fast.
Oh, okay.
XP?
XP.
XP?
Yeah, that's
648.
Lord, 160 for the fight, which is quite a bit. Yeah, that guy was a +3 enemy. Did you guys handle
Can you
them?
give us 162?
Sure, yeah,
Perfect.
that's fine.
Thank you.
I already, I actually
instead of 498.
cut. So like the XP for that fight was weird because the enemy was giving 92, and then I had like a 50 XP hazard. So technically there was another 2 XP that I was cutting off anyway.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
So-
I was just like, God damn it, to
So,
be at
yeah.
498 instead of 500. I can't.
Yeah.
We're at
Thank
500.
you.
Mhm.
Good luck with your shift tonight.
Thank you.
Or else.
Yeah, or else.
I don't know.
else?
It pays extra, so that's nice, and why I'm taking it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I will enjoy that. I probably won't enjoy having a double. The doubles are a lot. 10 hours of warehouse stuff is quite a bit for me,
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Again, very impressed with you guys on that boss fight. I had a lot of fun with it. Hopefully it was enjoyable. Some of the folks were super mobile, and some of you guys just stood in the doorway. So I'm not sure how dynamic it was for everyone, but
I mean,
Hey,
I
I
got
was
to be
fine
really
with
cool
that.
at the end there.
yeah.
Wait, can we go back to the map real fast?
Sure.
I think that if your creature has 15 feet of reach,
Uh-huh.
like that, it doesn't necessarily matter if it can stride one. and hit any square
It had to stride twice.
that it wants to?
It had to stride twice to hit people that were on the... Like, if it was in the center, it's moving uphill, so it has to stride, like, twice to get,
I guess it.
you know... And it had 25 feet, so it could only really move 20 feet uphill and then, like, swipe.
Okay, I'm satisfied.
So it couldn't really... If it was going to move across the room, it would have to move across the whole room.
That effect is so cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I enjoy that effect.
It's hard to tell. Really, I think the biggest problem was if we just had like a lack of edge types available.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing with that one was like it had a higher resistance to these like high energy damage types, but technically it had a weakness to cold, which isn't a damage type that you guys swing out too often. Also had a weakness to axes.
What?
Oh, that's funny.
So like there was opportunity. Again, I thought you guys were going to deal with like maybe the puzzle in the room and then come back and fight him later once you prepared more. It was like, you know, there were ways to prepare for this boss to overcome the level gap, but you guys just got him anyway.
We just brute forced it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Never back down.
Never give
Plus-
up, never surrender.
Plus, is still manageable.
It is plus 3 with like a significant hazard. I thought was going to be trickier, like spending a few, you know. But it worked out. It was good. Like there was room for that fight to go really wrong, given that he one-shot Turkan with the explosion early on, but you guys stabilized. The fireballs.
I can't.
It is very cool in the color burn. Okay, I really gotta throw my shoes on and go. So
Yeah,
I will
leave.
catch you guys later.
Bye.
Yeah, have a good one.
Cheers.
Thanks so much for running.
Thanks for running.
All right, later all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. I kind of cut off the audio early there. If there's someone I can raid real quick, we will. I might just have to shut it down though, because like I said, I gotta change and put my shoes on. So, yeah. Today, yeah, we'll raid lunch. We'll raid Mr. Secret Lunchbox. That sounds good. He's playing some games. He's not gonna mind if I scoot. So, thank you guys for hanging out. I don't have any music to play us out for once, but I hope you have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you all again real soon. Goodbye.